always truthful. I'd rather lose you than use you, confuse you, seduce you, abuse you, or run through you like most dudes do. I told her clear as day, I don't want you. She looked at me and said, cool. Some people hear that and say, girl, what's wrong with you? And to that I say, hell, baby, what's wrong with you? She knew what she wanted, but knew I wasn't there yet. So rather than run around the field, she made a fair catch. Took what was given and never altered her vision. In fact, she moved with precision towards being friends with no strings attached. While most people drown waiting, her love and her sound making decisions built the ground shaking foundation. So when I had my peace, I could place my feet on something concrete. The cost of love ain't cheap, it's steep. Unless you want something for the streets, well hell, then I concede and easily.
What's happening? It's your boy Sansa for the Conscious Mind checking in. You already know what it is when I come across your For You page or your last stop. Check in. Dope discussions, open discussions. What's happening? I haven't seen y'all in a minute and I missed y'all. I hope everybody had a dope little weekend, a dope Sabbath. I hope everybody did what you're supposed to do. Take care of them kids, play with them kids, fold the clothes, did the dishes, clean the house, did whatever you were supposed to do this weekend and today and yesterday. It is what it is now. We are back in class and we are here. Shout out to everybody who's checking in. Go ahead, if you are already in, smash the screen till your thumb hurt. Get them likes up because y'all know how they be doing your boy with the algorithm. You feel me? Tonight live got a dope live for y'all. We're going to be getting deep. Y'all already know how we do. You feel me? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let more people get in here real quick. I'm going to finish getting set up. You know, I hope y'all don't mind. I'm going to play a little music, you know what I'm saying? Just to keep y'all here real quick while I get set up. Got to get my phone charger. And I got to turn the AC off. It was a little hot today. So just give me like 30 seconds to a minute. You feel me? Talk amongst yourselves inside the comments. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we family. So you feel me? Back to it.
You can see why I see these tweets that reek of those who struggle with rejection, though they mask it by projecting false realities that they deem true. That's why I'm wary when I speak to folk who stressing or victims of mass deception, cause I'm knowing they ain't got a clue. How the hell is one offended when presented someone's genuine experience that don't make or break you doing you? It's hard to comprehend, but some condemn the road in which you travel like the gravel beneath your feet gon' alter their shoes or positioning. My nonfiction ain't here to contend with your nonfiction, and you free to do whatever you choose. But hell, that's the world we live in. When your chips is high, be wary of the ones who chip in. Shaitan gon' always try to tempt you, know that it is written. But who am I? I said a lot, but I might be tripping. Oh.
Nah, you're not tripping. And I want to just address the people that were hurt or triggered by our story of how we got, married. And to those people that had that limited understanding of what our story was and felt some type of way, it's okay. It's okay. And here's why it's okay. Because life is hard. Life is hard, and it's even harder when you involve relationships because you can get hurt, you can get scarred, you can get bruised. And it's so easy to take all of those things with us on a day-to-day and hold on to them tight. And so when you encounter something that tries to deal with it, it hurts. It hurts, and you're forced to either deal with that hurt or you create an alternate reality. And I think a lot of people that were looking at our story, they were creating that alternate reality through their filter of hurt or rejection. And, it's okay because you can get help and you can sit down with somebody and you can talk to them and you can process what happened to you.
All right. What's happening? We got enough people in here. Ooh, we got a lot of people in here. Today's discussion, the first chapter or the first half of this live, of course, for my history folks who'll be checking out me, especially for the history, got y'all. We're going to be talking about the mysteries of ancient South America. I'm a little winded, y'all. Hit them steps. And for my people who be checking me out for spirituality, most definitely got some for y'all. We're going to be talking about the law of perpetual energy or transmutation of energy. And then we're going to be talking about the law of equivalent exchange, because a lot of people seen the video and so we're going to be talking about that. And then For the few people who hit my inbox, with the relationship thing, we're gonna try and squeeze in there. So I got a top 5 to let you know when somebody's breadcrumbing you in a relationship. So don't ask me where that came from. Just know that we're gonna be talking about there. So, and then at the end we'll have open discussions, benedictions. We're gonna wrap it up and close it just like that. So with that being said, let me check these comments real quick, and then we're gonna get to it. Family new to your channel. What's happening? I'm glad you can join. I'm glad you're new to the channel. I'm glad you could tap in. You will most definitely love the live. Peace and love. Melanated Goddess. What's happening, Cameron? Starseed. New here, respect. Glad you here. Shout out to all the new people, all the first timers in the live. What's good, Ranch? Tapped in. Shalom, shalom. Nova, what's happening? Patience. Okay, here we go. So now, hold on. Yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. If you got it, roll it, spark it. If you got it, pour it, sip it. Let's get into it. I'm on the coffee tonight, so got the candles burning, got the fulfillment candle burning. Oh, gotta get this candle over here. Okay. So, got the fulfillment candle burning, got the Palo Santo going, got the energy cleanse candle going, you feel me? We already, and most definitely got the Florida water. So, we most definitely in here. Let's get to it. So, said new to your page, good to see a spiritual, well-rounded brother doing his thing, man. I appreciate that. Glad you're here, tapping in. All right, just flip the page. Mysteries of Ancient South America by Harold T. Wilkins. And we're going to go right here to Dead Cities of Ancient Brazil. So, we're going to begin like this. Red box, y'all know how we get down. Red box is a major gem. Have found in the motto Grosso many inscriptions in the Phoenician, Egyptian, and even Sumerian scripts and hieroglyphics. Sinar Ramos point out that his Indian forefathers had many traditions of ancient date about a very ancient culture and advanced civilization flourishing thousands of years ago to the north and west of central highlands of Brazil. How you doing, Tigers? Glad you could tap in. So, see, not the Florida water. Most definitely the Florida water. So, now in the archives of a great public library in Rio, which embodies a large and valuable libraries of the old kings of Portugal and the emperors of Brazil, and also the records of generations of Listion's viceroys, I have found a strange MS written in Portuguese in scarcely 200 years old, but bitten by the copum and badly mutilated in some most fascinating and thrilling passages, which holds a secret that in some days not far distant of an ethnologically and archaeology and the field museum workers of New York, Chicago, London, Paris, Rome, and Berlin especially will it make hay of their cherished theories that writing was unknown in pre-Columbian South America. For if the story of strange adventures of hardly and uncultured men, which is tales, be true, and I think it is, what we call the old world of Asia and Europe is a mere prevu by the side of this new world of South America. Our professors and archaeological historians are one day going to be forced to call in this new world to redress the balance of the old. Meaning, they're going to have to go back and rewrite everything in history because America is the true old world. And those of us who still here and ancestors never left and remained here. Yeah, man, you already know what's up. I mean, so yeah. So now, with that being said, I stress the lack of culture of these men who were well-known land pirates of the 16th and 17th century Brazil because they could and would not have invented the story they tell. Their one object was to hunt for gold in virgin mines of silver under the banner of a leader called Barnett. They started out from the province of Sao Paulo in southern Brazil, abandoning the trading channels of the rivers in most outlying settlements and heading straight into forbidden territories of the Bad Indians. The Bad Indians dodged the hijack. They was protecting stuff. The leader of these folks was usually a man of that older Portuguese stock which had made Lisboa or Lesbian and the motherland of Listian Portugal a fine sea power of Goa in India. You feel me? And the Spice Islands off the waters of far Cathay across the unknown seas of Rio de Janeiro and Baja. Far north and west wanders these hardly people pushing the frontier ever forward into the unknown. They reach places in the Brazilian 400 years ago the white man even today have not penetrated and returned alive to tell the tales. Leave people stuff alone. That's why ain't nobody returning. Leave people stuff alone. So now, hold on. I gotta get mine in. Alright, y'all already know what it is. So let's flip the page now. Before we get any deeper in that. Before we get any deeper into that, we must know about Father Crosby. You know what I'm saying? I did a video earlier. If you haven't checked it out, check it out after we leave the live. Or if you want to check it out, hop off live, check it out, and jump back in. But we have to know about him real quick. Padre Carlos Crosby, born in Italy, and dedicated his life to Ecuador from 1923 to 1982. He was an educator. It's cut off on my end. I hope that's right. And an anthropologist, a botanist, an artist, explorer, a themographer, a humanitarian, and a magician. And then it says his fathermost wealth of talents and benevolence served and illuminated rich and poor alike, in which an impressive sculpture to his memory was created in Kunuska. I know I butchered that. His adopted by an adoring populace. Now, Father Crosby. Father Crosby he's to thank for these sculptures and these artifacts that he found in South America and Brazil and Ecuador. And he found some symbolism. I know it's cut off on my end, but I know y'all can probably see both of these. So it's amazing how these figures resemble each other. But somehow history say these people never came in contact with each other. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Let's check out some more real quick. So are you early or am I tripping? I start at 7:20 most of the times. Drop Dead Beauty. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves today. Most definitely, AJ. How you doing? What's happening, Shield? Glad you could tap in. You know, artifacts in South America that kind of resemble, like India and Hindu and, come on. I mean, like in South America though, pre-Columbian South America at that. So this was at a time before India was even India. That shit was called Hindustan. So, the three Indias was over here, which means America is the old world because this is where. Look, man, we're gonna touch more into it, but I just want to show these little pictures real quick of Father Crosby. These are his artifacts that he found. Well, I ain't gonna say he found because the native people of their land, the Indians, they was bringing it to him and telling him the stories about it. You know what I'm saying? They was bringing it directly to him, and a lot of these artifacts is pure gold, pure silver, bronze, stuff like that. Like, and they not making gold statues for nothing. So I'm just saying, like Ecuador, Egypt. Now, those of us who've been rocking with me for a long time, we know we already connected the dots that the Inca and the Mayas, or especially the Mayans, are the ancient ancestors of what we call today Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? So, come on. The reason why there's so much symbolism is because these are the same people. A long time ago, Pangea, Gondwana, Eurasia, Laurasia, all these people, Atlantis, all these land masses was connected. In the beginning of time, the world was melanated. We all was from one family, but different branches, and, some people turned on others. Family don't stay family, but, the age-old story, Cain and Abel and all that type of stuff. So that's pretty much what it is. But we're going to continue going real quick. Got a couple of more pictures. No. For those, if it's cut off on y'all screen, trust me, it's a pyramid. And it's an elephant on top of this thing in South America. What have I always told y'all to? We already talked about how the animals of today, even the animals in Africa and Asia and all that, their ancient ancestors trace all the way back to here in America. So if the animals trace back to America, that means the humans have to trace back to America, because whenever weather change and ice age and animals migrate, the humans migrate with the food source, and the food source was going eastward. So the people was going eastward. You know what I'm saying? From the old world to the new world. Or they say, I don't really like the titles new and old world because all this shit was here at the same time thanks to Pangea. So, it's like that. But they was going eastward. So this is why the African lion, his ancestors, is in America. So shout out to the African people, because your real ancestors is from America. Antediluvian. You know what I'm saying? Atlantis. Shout out to the European melanated people. Same thing. But that's what it is. So in his pyramids, he got Negroid features, but it's like a little nomos though. You know what I'm saying? He got a star on top of him, like he got gills and scales and stuff like that. But we're gonna touch more into ancient ancestors later. He said, look at the lips on the statue. He Hebrew or a Kardashian. Look at him. What's that in Power Gen? That's one of them off guard pictures. They called your name and you was like, that's what it is. It was like fair, huh? Oh, don't get me coughing early. So, just a few little artifacts. Y'all could type in Father Crosby and go to the images, pull it all up. Come on, man. South America, he's dressed like a whole pharaoh out here, a whole high priestess out here. You know what I'm saying? Got the artifact right here. Got little artifacts right here. I know it's, y'all go check it out. It's real deep. And the reason why I said it's real deep is because Father Crosby died 2 years later. And the Vatican, of course, seized all of his artifacts and locked them away in their basement and said nobody else can see them ever again. So all of his artifacts and stuff, these pictures that we got, this ain't even half of it. Like, go check out the video I posted earlier today. Trust me, these little pictures that I'm showing, this ain't even half of it, man. He found so many artifacts, it literally could fill up a damn whole apartment building plus. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the Vatican took them, locked it in the basement, said nobody or the public can ever see them again, and that was that. Well, before they took his artifacts and before he died, he had a mysterious arson that happened, and that burnt some of his artifacts up. A mysterious arson happened, and that burnt up a little bit of his artifacts. And then two or 3 years later, he died, and then the Vatican came and seized all his artifacts, locked it in the basement, and said nobody in the public could ever see him again. So that's what happened towards the end. Yeah. I smell a conspiracy, but you know. I mean, let me catch back up in the comments real quick. America is our land, it's still our land, most definitely. Pyramids in Mexico similar to the ones in Egypt? Oh, most definitely. Do you also know that a lot of these artifacts sit in the homes of rich elites, not just in museums? Yeah, these priceless artifacts. Yeah, Man, I'm tired of the Vatican. They full of it. Oh, they full of it. It's all in their basement, too. It is always a fire. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Oh, I had to walk away on that one. Oh, shit, I had to walk away on that one. It's most definitely always a fire. What's happening, Divinely Guided? Glad you could tap in. Oh, shit. It is. For real, it's always a fire. They need to change it up real quick. They need to change it up. For real. Thank you on top of notification. Now you're the man. I appreciate that, What's your opinion on the Gnostic Gospels? The Gnostic Gospels, I'm going to be real. I urge everybody to really read into the Gnostic Gospels because the Gnostic Gospels is low-key spirituality. I mean, of course, you got to dodge the hijacks because it's part of the New Age spirituality stuff that's twisted in there. Of course, it's always twisted. You got to dodge the hijack. But the Gnostic Gospels, I would say, is more closer to spirituality and universal thing because the Gnostic Yahshua, or Jesus, as they say, he was teaching everybody that God is within. Everything you seek is within you. Pretty much what, Buddha, Hindu, and, and everything. That's what he was for real preaching and stuff like that. So I say really dig into the Gnostic Gospels because it's a part of the puzzle. All this stuff is a part of the puzzle. But he was teaching folks to go within, tap in, one with the universe. You are part of God. God is part of you. Heaven is within, and the conscious, the pineal gland. He was teaching all that type of stuff. But then, of course, later on, they start throwing the little hijack in there and start twisting shit up because they can't let the real shit just roam out there like that. But yeah, tap into it. The Vatican is a wicked beast, devil's children. Most definitely, they are all Satan's seed. We are waking up. Kabbalists is our books and teachings. There you go. Yup. He even said the kingdom of heaven is in us. Yup. It was like and I think shit, we might do a whole live on that. I don't even know why I ain't think about the Gnostic Gospels. Hey, we gonna touch into it because at the same time, he was like he wasn't telling people to go to a church and worship and stuff like that. He said your body is the temple. You got to keep your temple clean by eating right and being conscious of what you put into it, so you can get your light body and your ascension on. You feel me? Your body is the temple. The Father lies within the temple. Your temple, your body is the temple. The Father lives in the temple, which is your pineal gland, your temple, your brain, your hemisphere, your brain, and peace be still. Pretty much meditate. When you meditate, peace be still, all the answers will come to you. And they most definitely do. You tap it into the Oshkosh records. And then when you finally, because everybody spend their whole life looking for God. And when you tap in and you become one with God, y'all remember that video I posted, when the little anime dude met the universe, and the universe was like, I am you. Yeah, when you tap in and you finally become one with the creator and you realize that the creator is you, you are the creator, you are this universe, the universe is of you, everything is connected, law of oneness, you know what I'm saying? Law of reflection and projection, and man, that shit get deep, man. Folks, hey, get into that Gnostic stuff. Hey, that Gnostic is deep. It gets deep. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful when you get into it, though. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. That's my disclaimer. See, that's what I'm talking about real quick. We are the original kings and queens of earth, most definitely. Kings, queens, gods, goddesses, priests, high priests, all the way down to the business folk. We them, politicians. Fans, the Bible isn't the issue. It's these people understanding of it. They're indoctrinated. Yes, it is that. Our body is the temple, and our mind is the guiding light force, y'all. The Zohar is our books and transitional magic. I gotta look into that. That's the third time I heard that, and I believe 3 times a charm. What's happening, though? It's all good. We are one with the creator of the universe, yup. Yeah, because they always talk about Mary and Jesus having a wife. She was his wife. I didn't know. I couldn't fully get into it. Yeah, Mary Magdalene, and they took her chapter out too, right along with the chapter of Jesus. Well, Yahshua. A lot of people don't know that Yahshua, or what y'all want to call him, Jesus. Well, we know his name ain't Jesus. Come on, you know what I'm saying? We know his name ain't Jesus, but for layman's terms, he wrote his own gospel. He wrote his own chapter. They took that out, and they took Mary Magdalene chapter out too. And they said he was married. They said that both of them was married. They both had kids. You know what I'm saying? They hid the kids and all that type of stuff. Changed the identity of that. So his bloodline still going on. And Mary Magdalene is buried in the Vatican, in Rome somewhere. It's like you can literally, I think it's like a public display. You can go out there and see it. Like, you can read Mary Magdalene, like, she buried right there in public and everything. I ain't like the body, but you know, the little temple-ish. It's right there in public. People be walking all over her and shit. Don't even know what the fuck they stepping on. This shit be crazy. This shit crazy. You know, and you know, and they gotta and it's a reason why they be writing out the women too, because just like Yahshua had a wife, the Most High have a wife, and they all count. It's equally yoked. You can't have the God without the goddess. You can't have the king without the queen. You can't have the priest without the high priestess. You know what I'm saying? It's always a balance and equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell one side of the story from men and men only. That creates an imbalance and confusion. This is why a lot of people don't like to get into it, because it's confusing and shit. It's already imbalanced. So, man, it's deep. Man, that shit deep, man. Let's get back to it real quick. Then we're going to wrap back up. So, then we turn here. With the Greek word meaning pre-Hellenes, we already know about the Hellenes and the Hellenized being colonized, and we already know about them. So, the 1st century BC historian who drew on archives in the old temples of Carthage, which probably recorded traditions in prehistory derived by the Phoenicians and their close kinsmen, the Carthaginians, mariners voyaging the Atlantic after the destruction of Atlantis, tells us Basilia, sister of Atlas, one of the Atlantean kings, a man, not a god, as she was a woman, not a goddess, who married her brother Hyperion, the sun, or Lucifer. Who was the sun? I mean, they say Lucifer means light bearer or light bringer. I mean, what brings you light than the sun? So when y'all run across people that say, man, Jesus is Lucifer, Lucifer is Jesus, because they are all the same people. And like I always tell y'all, they go by many names. Same people though. And the funny thing is, since we're all part of the universe and part of God, and we all got different names, that lets you know that the universe goes by different names, because it worked through different people, different entities, different beings, man or woman or animal or anything. You always getting a sign what to do next. You got to look out for the hint. Signs are for the conscious mind. Let's finish up real quick. So, the sun, or Lucifer, in the fashion of a later ancient Egyptian pharaohs, and bore him Helios, the sun, and Selene, the moon. Okay. Basileus' brother Atlas slew Harparon. Who is Harparon? You know, who married her brother. We already talked about them. I think we talked about them. If not, we're going to talk about them later on, because a lot of this story gets deep. Nah, we ain't get a chance to talk about them. I got y'all, trust me. And drowned the child Helios, the sun. So Basileus' brother Atlas killed Hyperon and drowned Lucifer, which is the sun. You know, we already made that establishment in sentences above. So Helios, the sun, Lucifer. So my nigga drowned him. My nigga on a killer spree. Least Hyperon, Selene, cast herself from the top of a mountain and perished, while Basilia lost her reason. And when her Atlantean subjects tried to restrain her, a frightful hurricane with lightning and thunder arose, and she vanished. If I'm gonna skip that. My tongue ain't working right now. These myths, we might say that what they import is that some cosmic body, whether or no Selene, the moon, approached our own planet, the Earth, after the sun, Helios, Lucifer, had vanished behind vast clouds into a night of blackness, and brought brought on an appalling cataclysm, the great deluge of the old world myths in Genesis. Who caused the flood? Do people even know who they calling on? Oh man, we all don't worship God. A lot of people don't know who they worshiping, but we just made the connection real quick. And there's later connections that I'm gonna keep making as I be on this platform. But let me put that down. Previous videos, what have we always talked about? In the peso of Christ, what have we talked about? We talked about how it's the same person going by many names. The Father is the Son is the Father. They both one. So right here, the Son, the Father is the Son is the Father, the Son is the Father is the Son, Lucifer. Who would Lucifer be back in Genesis? He would be the snake that tempted Eve, and the snake would be who? You got Elohim, you got El, you got Enki, you got Enlil. Ah man, this shit crazy right here, you feel me? But we untwisting these ropes. So now, if you start connecting the dots and you look around, you start to see why people are unknowingly Masons. You see why people are unknowingly worshiping Lucifer. You see why people are unknowingly doing rituals and everything like that. See, now a lot of this magic and a lot of this ritual and a lot of this stuff, it is our ancestors. That's not the problem. The problem ain't about doing it. The problem is about how it's being done and the way it's being used. See, the problem is that it's our ancient magic and our ancient mysticism and our ancient knowledge being used against us and against the public for the wrongdoing. And innately, it's taking everybody in the world's free will away from them for the most part. You understand when you start talking about the Bill of Rights and everybody, I have the right to do this and I have the right to do this on the world. You're talking about your free will because you are a natural being. You are of the earth and you are from the universe, the Most High, the Creator. So now when you get into this energy consciousness matrix, where these low vibrating entities want to suck your energy and use you and manipulate you and control you and just get you in chains and stuff like that. Now you start to understand why it is important to protect your energy. Because, hold on, I gotta take my shoes off real quick. Okay, so you gotta protect your energy, man. You gotta look around because it is what it is. Hold on, y'all. I literally just lost my train of thought that quick. It's gonna come back. Hold on. So they taking our mysticism and our magic and they using it against us to control us, and it's taking everybody's free will. And in doing so, it's fucking with the Earth's magnetic energy field, because the Earth's magnetic energy field is energy, it's magic, you know what I'm saying? And it's making Mother Nature, Gaia, very angry, and it's making the sun very angry because it's starting to create an imbalance in karma. So somebody has to pay for this karma so it can balance it out. So now when you cut on the news and you start seeing all this crazy shit going on, just mind your business and let the universe do its thing. You just do what you're supposed to do, which is protect yourself doing all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Just like how when the universe or God was coming through Egypt, coming for all the firstborn and stuff like that, but he was telling everybody, you know what I'm saying, to put blood on your door so I can bypass you, or my angel of death can, you know what I'm saying, blow past you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Blood sacrifice. Equivalent exchange. You know what I'm saying? So your equivalent exchange let me know that you are willing to sacrifice to be in my good graces and stuff like that. So, just creep on through, mind your business, protect your energy, keep worshiping your boy everything gonna be good. See, now when people hear the story of the angel of death coming through, sweeping up and killing all the firstborn children and stuff like that, people really got in their feelings, but they don't even understand who children was the firstborn. That all skin folk is your kinfolk, man. That all skin folk is your kinfolk. Take your emotions out of it. Detach from the matrix, man. This is what we've been talking about. Detach from the matrix, because shit gonna happen in this world that, hey, you gonna have to detach from. Because a lot of your people that you love so closely, they not gonna make it, man. You can't be out here trying to kill yourself to sacrifice yourself to save somebody who had plenty of damn time to get this shit right. I'm just being real. Right now, we in crunch time. Self-preservation is law. Remember that too. Keep it balanced. So, and catch up in the comments real quick, y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let's see. He said, what book is this? This book is Mysteries of Ancient South America. I'll go back to the book cover here in a minute, so you screenshot it if you want. But the intent fast, say that intentions. Everybody shouldn't use it. Crafty counts on that slick. There you go. Gaia has birthing pains, and then it's gonna be a long process. Nah, ain't gonna be too long. We gonna see it. I'll say that. It ain't gonna be too long. We gonna see it. You know, us. I'm gonna say like 60s babies, 70s babies, 80s babies, 90s babies, you know, and of course the 2000s babies. We gonna see the birth of the new world. A lot of us gonna be old as hell, but we gonna see it. And that shit gonna be way more worth than seeing a phony black president. I'm gonna be always 100. That shit gonna be lovely. I'm like, yup. I'm gonna be 110. Like, yup. I can rest in peace. I ain't coming back to this motherfucker. And it's a wrap. And it's a wrap. I'm going back to the ethers. Don't nobody call me for another couple of millenniums to come back down here. I'm cool. We got y'all all the way here. Y'all take care. I'm gone. Don't call me. Don't call me.
Peace, God. How are you?
I said, and I'm finding you.
All right. I want you to do me a favor because I don't know if you heard of it. I already sent you the have you heard this book called The Black Root Science?
I haven't heard that book.
I want you to get that book. You can actually Google it, and it's called Black Root Science, and it's edition 2, and it break down everything you're talking about right now.
For real.
That's why I was trying to ask you for your email because you can actually pull it up while you talking to them and show them.
Okay. When we tap off a live, I'll scroll through it, and that'll be definitely on the next live.
Yep, it's real. It's
I
real
ain't.
deep. It'll tell you who you know. Yakub, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Yahweh.
I kind of figured that. Cause I always said that Yakub can also be Thoth. Cause we already said that Thoth is Yahweh too. We made that connection, and
He
he go
all
by
of them.
many names.
He all of them.
Yeah.
He Yahweh. He Jesus. He's Moses. He Pharaoh. He all these characters in this book. And he the one
Yeah.
that created the 4 light skinned races 6,000 years ago.
Mm. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna get that book. I want to thumb through that all the way.
Yeah, get it because you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Everything you talking about. I had showed it on my live and I had showed on Buck Live and they hit it's real deep, but it tell you everything what we came from. We came from the sky. We've been here from the beginning from all these books. It's real deep.
Yup. And that's pretty much the puzzle pieces that I'm connecting right now. That's crazy.
Yep, and it talked about how it's 9,000 years now. It took him 3,000 years to form them, because you know the Adam and Eve story is all about him. Adam is all
Mm.
about Yaku splicing his own DNA and
Yup.
and trying to get to the lighter race. So he got the red race, the yellow race, and the white race, but he break them all down in 4 components.
Mm. Yup. It's crazy you said that because I always figured that about the Adam and Eve story. I was like, that story ain't even about us. That story's about them.
Yeah.
Because we was already here.
Yep, I've been getting cussed out, and I'm trying to tell my people, look, the reason why our people feel like they are part of the Hebrew Israelite tribe is because of the Arab slave trade, and that recently just happened 800 years ago. In Atlanta, slave trade just happened 400 years ago, and my grandma, she was part of that, and she died at 105. And I've been trying to tell
Yup.
people, stop adding us to this Bible, because this Bible ain't got shit to do to turn back to our culture, spirituality. Like they took our shit and put it in the Bible as the money. It's called
Mhm.
the Black Root Science. If you follow me, I can give you the link, and you can just copy and paste it. But yeah, Los, I was telling Optum that earlier today. I was like, I need his email or something so I can send him this so he can read all this shit, because we all go into knowledge.
Ah man, for real, for real.
But I'm gonna let you get to it. I just want to come here and tell you that because I want you to look into that, because it gonna ties up in
I
everything right here you talking about.
yeah, I appreciate it, man. I welcome all knowledge, and you always welcome to the live.
You know I love you. Peace God. Peace God. There he go
I,
right there in the way.
I, It'd be easy.
Okay.
We most definitely gonna get that, and we gonna definitely tap into that. Cause I always figured that about that Adam and Eve story. Cause the more I dig into it, I was like, bruh. And then excuse me, then when you figured out how old our Y chromosome, us African Americans, when you figure out how old our Y chromosome is, it's so old that even that 300,000 year old that they said is still a guess, because they finding shit older than that still going on. So you sitting here like, damn, hold on, how old is all this stuff? Man, that shit stretch all the way back to Pangea for real. We are literally the ancient ones still walking around wearing Jordans and Gucci and all of this stuff, don't even know it. And that's damn near the biggest joke. Well, that's one of the biggest jokes in history, man. There's so much stuff going on and so much stuff being hidden. But that's really the root of everything. Because when we had Earth, everything was in balance, it was in harmony. When the wars for real, we had like little bickers and stuff with other family members, because like I said, we all from the same roots, what I'm saying, just different branches of the tree. So, we might have had little bickers and everything with our family, but niggas wasn't dying. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't dying. It was like Black Panther. When they want to challenge you for your crown, you just get, y'all fight till a nigga get knocked out or something. We ain't about to kill nobody for real. You feel me? So, it's
This the last time, I promise. When you read it,
cool, isn't it?
when you read it, it would tell you the reason why he created them. It was him and 59,000 other Elohims. They say 72, but it was more than that. And they
Mhm.
created them 6,000 years ago to experience evil, because we was never an evil type of people. The original gods and gods on this earth. So all the other gods want to see what would evil be like. So that's why he
Yeah.
created the pale faced people.
I was just about to get into that, because that's pretty much where I was. That's pretty much where I was. Like all this knowledge just started getting to me, because like in the beginning too, if people, I wish I had the verse on screenshot, but if people can find the verse, he literally says, I'm neither good nor evil. I create nor good nor evil. I am what I am. So for the
That's in
most
that's in
part of so
that's
for
in
the most part.
Leviticus.
Yeah, so for the most part of the world, everybody was just experiencing good, and that's what everybody was. So then I guess it was like shit, let's see how people react with evil in here and stuff, with temptation and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a matrix for real. It's people learn, you get experiments and tests thrown out there, and them creating them folks was one of the biggest tests.
Yep, and it is. And then when you get to chapter 10, it gonna seem like African Americans are part of the Hebrew Israelites tribe. If that's because of the slavery and the Arabs, what took place. And then if our people stop trying to subscribe to think they Hebrew Israelites, they will understand that they was here way before that. Now we can use the book to help us look within us and tap into the God we are, because like Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you. So we all
Mm-hmm.
are gods and goddesses, the melanated people. And I was telling
Yep.
Keista that too, because I know Brother Keista, he loved his book, so I ain't gonna never tell him not to. But I told him just read it as a spiritual um enlightenment to tap into his third eye, because that's what Moses and Jacob did. Moses didn't see a burning bush, he tapped into his inner self, his crown chakra. And that's what this whole book's about. It's like by us, but in a metaphorical way. But how everybody else reading this world, it's like a religion aspect.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That spell, because religion means to bind.
Yeah. So we really, I tell people, just step out of the book for a minute and just start looking with you and go outside in nature, and just to see if you really need this book, because your subconscious is your ancestors that's hidden within your DNA.
Exactly. Yep.
But I
You
want
right.
to I just want to come say that that's why he created them, to experience what evil was.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Go back down and listen now.
All right. Yeah, I've always said that too. Uh, you really don't. They say that it's a. I love when people use the acronym. It's a basic instruction to live by, or however they break down the acronym for Bible. Basics instructions before you leave. I mean, for the most part, as a parent, you guide your kids already know right from wrong when they hop out the womb. And my grandma give me so much flack when I say that, but I be for real. Kids know right from wrong when they come out the womb. Nobody told you it was wrong to kill your mama. You just hopped out the womb knowing you're not supposed to kill this lady and you're not supposed to kill this man. That's, you know, you're a nature being, because anything that's alive has to thrive. You feel me? So nature beings, we know that we're born. It's in our DNA to know that. So this is why when you catch a 1-year old doing something that you think is, they're being curious because your soul never dies. It just reincarnates. So it's like your ancestors being born again, but they're being born into a new world than what they left. So of course they're curious about the new shit that's going on. Oh, the damn phone. What the fuck I do with this? They start throwing it and trying to see what it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like the famous quote that they always said is, "You're born in diapers and you leave in diapers. The same way you come in is the same way you go out. It's the same infinity life circle." So watch a kid with a phone get that same phone to your grandmama, and then watch they same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when you get old, you how can I say this? Okay, when you dealing with the timeline, you start off as a kid, get older, get older. Once you get old, let's say you live to be like 110, you hit 110, it's about almost about that time for you to kick it. What's happening in this timeline is the new you is inside the womb of your new life that you about to be born into. This is why people know when they about to go. You just get a feeling. And when they about to go, they about to be born. It's it's the same thing. You feel me? It's like that. That's why when you die, it's quick. When you're born, it's quick. But they say every 3 seconds somebody's dying, every 5 seconds somebody's being born. If that's not reincarnation, I don't know what to tell you. you know. So right when you about to kick the bucket, you about to be born again. it's fast, just like that. Your decision, if you want to come back or not, is fast. You consciousness, you're one with the universe, you're God. The shit is faster. You know what I'm saying? Than this 3D realm. Depending on how high you go, then time start fluctuating and stuff like that. That's why time is an illusion. Our time only exists in the 3D realm versus 4D and 5D and parallel universes and different possibilities and probabilities and timelines and Mandela effects and all that type of stuff. When you start talking about that and quantum physics and all that type of stuff, then you'll start to realize that time is illusion. In a 3D realm, who knew what the fuck time it was when they told the first person what time it was? If it wasn't for the Most High, that is. But then who kept an accurate time throughout these billions of years? That's the question. Because if I created evil to mix things up, I'm gonna mix things up. This is why the time changed, the Gregorian calendar time changed. People think that there's a such thing as daylight savings time and daylight springing a forward time, and all is. Come on. But anyways, we're gonna get back to the books. That's a little future rent for future lives and stuff. I told y'all we're gonna get deep. Last year, when I was introducing myself to this platform, I was just dropping a little gems. Your brother is deep. I'm talking about deep like a a glacier, you feel me? I've been here before and I done tapped into them Oshkosh records and it's really getting lit, you did. So just getting into it though real quick. So where we was at? Okay, so now Helios had vanished beyond the clouds in the night of blackness and brought an appalling catalysm, the great deluge of the old world myths and Genesis. Who was Helios? After the sun, Helios. Let's go up real quick one time. It says the sun or Lucifer, Helios, the sun, Helios, had vanished behind the vast clouds into the night of blackness and brought in an appalling catalysm of the great deluge of the old world. Myths and Genesis, in which Queen Basilia, symbolizing the great island continent of Atlantis, was seen no more of men. In the imperial continental colony of High Brazil of the pre-catalysm Brazilian highlands, it is probable that many of the people of the dead cities were swallowed up in the frightful crevices of the ground produced by violent quakes, such as of AD 1743 saw. Maybe too many were asphyxiated by poison gases arising from the eruptions in smoke craters. Some of these ancient cities must now lie below the level of the Amazon basin. If no or few artifacts have been found in the ancient houses or palaces, time may long ago have rotted them away. You feel me? So, and these folks been finding out of artifacts. It says, while later Romans plundered these dead cities and left memories of what they saw in ancient petroglyphs and rock pictures found in wild and cliff faces from Oregon to Peru. From Oregon to Peru, these folks been finding antediluvian Atlantean artifacts. Shout out to the Vatican for hiding this stuff in your basement. Y'all might as well just come out and show everybody. I mean, it ain't no secret. I mean, like, that's the thing that gets me. These folks really think that this shit a secret. Like, niggas is waking up and exposing like, oh yeah, man, that shit in the Vatican in their basement. The Vatican sitting there like, what are these folks talking about? Bro, come on, man. Like, nigga, bro. Come on. That's like a nigga in your house stealing your shit and helping you look for it, but you found him with it and he still be like, bro, I don't know how the fuck this shit got there. This is it. Like, the Vatican's like that. Like, come on, bro. Just show the shit, man. I mean, regardless, we gonna get it back, but just show the shit, man. Niggas is curious. Like, at this point, niggas is curious, man. Cause I mean, let's be for real. If we really wanted our shit back, we would have been had that shit back a long ass time ago. Niggas just curious at this point, like, yep, everything we read was real. Cool. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep the shit going. But, They scared though. That's what that is, cause they probably got some shit that's gonna make us be like, oh hell no, man. Like they probably got some of that in there, like some of our ancestors and grandfathers and shit. I say Yahshua maybe, cause you know a lot of people love to say if the people in the quote unquote Bible was real, how come nobody found them? I always say that's thinking surface level thinking. Deeper thinking would be, for one, the people inside the Bible was not named those names in the Bible. They had totally different names that was kind of Phoenician, you know, Arabic, you know, Paleo Hebrew, you know, some ancient alien type languages. It was, you know, it was a lot of names in there. So, you know, like King Tut is probably somebody in the Bible with a whole different Anglo-sized name, but we will never know. So, and then let's say they did find the artifacts. These people is hiding your identity. You think they really gonna tell you that they found Yahshua? Oh yeah, man, we found Yahshua bones, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit. They ain't about to tell you. They won't even tell you who you are. They gonna tell you some? Oh yeah, man, we found a whole lot of Anunnaki bones. You know what I'm saying? And like some Palladians, a couple of reptilians here and there sprinkled. Yeah, man, y'all, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, they ain't about to tell y'all that shit, man. Be for real. Like, you gotta think, man. These folks did find it. And in doing so, they fabricated some old crazy story. Like, for instance, this is my intuition and my higher self thinking. The story of Yahshua, when they put him inside the temple and they closed it shut, they opened it up and the body was gone. And then all of a sudden, this mysterious figure was just walking around and stuff. Like, you want to know what I really think happened? This is what I really think happened. These folks put his body in the temple, shut the door, had Roman soldiers guarding the door. When everybody was asleep, the town, the village, they opened the motherfucker up. They took the body. They hid him in the Vatican because the Vatican was still around then. They hid him in the Vatican. They closed it back up. And in daytime, come on, man, it was like, oh my God. Oh, he's gone. He has risen. And then they created the whole story around it. Easter Sunday, pagan. You know what I'm saying? And all that old type of stuff. Like, this is just logic thinking. You know, and then we know that everybody had twins back then. Yahshua had a twin, and that's something that a lot of people don't know. His brother Thomas, as the Anglo name Thomas, was his twin brother. So, you know, they probably seen his twin brother walking down the street and shit like that. Oh my God, they're the Messiah right there. And they were always crowding him and woo. I mean, come on, he was going with it, you know. You feel it, yeah. They probably paid him off because, you know, that money talk. You know, family will do whatever for family or against family. We know that money talk, so they probably paid him off. And he was just going with it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid. Who do shit? Fuck it. Man, like, and then you gotta think like that. I think like that, man, because ain't nothing new under the sun. For real. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And it wouldn't be surprising if a lot of us was born with twins, but we would never know because they probably took your twin or some shit like that. Probably some old crazy stuff can happen, but got a peak game, man. We are in a matrix, dog. Let's flip this page real quick. But they found ancient artifacts, though, from Oregon to old Peru. In any cases, these dead cities of old Brazil must be incredible age and destructive of theories that South America in an era before the Christian had no civilization. Many of the riddles of their emptiness and utter desolation cannot be solved until we know far more about them than the 1750 story tells. Come on, man. Y'all know way more than them. Let me catch up in these comments real quick. Hey, what's happening, oh? They probably had a hoot doing the most. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Like, for real, he brought, bruh, Thomas was probably that jealous brother because what? All through history, there was always twins. One twin was mad at the other twin, so it wouldn't be no secret that it was easy to pay him off. He was probably jealous in the background because, I mean, shit, a lot of people don't know you had a twin, so I'm just imagining that niggas ain't pay attention back in the day, so you start feeling some old kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Start feeling jealous and shit like, fuck that nigga think he is, you know what I'm saying? Shit, niggas don't know about me, alright, you know what I'm saying? Start getting that jealousy spirit. And the first chance, the Romans, or whatever, well, not the actual Romans, but this back in biblical days. So yeah, that gene mutation didn't happen yet. The gene mutation didn't happen yet during these times. So everybody was melanated. So, Edomites was melanated. Tribe of Japhet was melanated. Ashkenazis was melanated. Even the Neanderthals, quote unquote, if they did exist, which I don't believe they exist because Neanderthals came from monkeys and nobody came from a fucking monkey. So Neanderthals is a fabricated story and a fabricated sculpture. That's why the shit don't even look real if you really pay attention. All they did was just take a monkey face and put it on a human body. Took no time at all. They probably took 5 minutes doing that shit, created a nice little story, laughed about the shit, put it out there, and people with sheep was like, oh my God, we came from Neanderthals. Like, nigga, what? Come on, man. I feel like them figuring out who's the sheeps is one big ass social experiment. For real. We're going to touch on that in later lives because something in the back of my mind ain't sitting right, but a lot of this shit in the Matrix. But anyways, he just got that jealousy spirit. So, Edomites, Japhet, all them folks who was against him, Cain, the seed of serpent seed, and all them folks, you know what I'm saying? They was like, hey, psst, hey. Hit them with that Judas. You feel? Hey, psst. Hey, bro, we gonna pay you X amount of dollars, you did, to keep this story going that you your brother, man. You gonna get all the riches. You gonna be forever remembered in history. You just people not gonna know you as Thomas, though. They gonna know you. You feel me? But man, look, bro, we got you, bro. But for right now, you gonna get the praise. You gonna get the love that you missed. That you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah. Let's milk them, fuck it. Let's get this money. You know how greedy niggas do? Yeah, let's get this money, fuck it, man. And boom. So niggas was like, oh my God, I seen him walk on water. Come on, man. We know about alchemy. We know about transmutation of energy and stuff like that. We know about tapping within back in them days when niggas was eating right and shit like that. Tapping within, one with nature and performing miracles, which is magic and alchemy and stuff like that. Really tapping in mysticism and all that. So that wouldn't be far-fetched, especially if you seen Chris Angel ass walking on water with no strings in the middle of the damn ocean. No strings, ain't shit up under him. He just tapping on that motherfucker. Y'all better check out these musicians, man. These new magicians, they tapping into some otherworldly shit. And this ain't like them old magicians with I'm gonna tell you the tricks. These new magicians, it's that real alchemy. I see it from one shaman to another. I see it, man. I see it. But hey, these folks was on it back in the day, man. Hey, that shit was probably lit living back in the day for real. It's boring now. This shit boring. Ain't nobody doing nothing. This shit boring, man. Shit. For real, man. Shit. Send me back to the biblical days. This shit boring. Now one black person is tap dancing on the water right now, man. Like, damn, bro. We ain't doing shit no more. We ain't inventing. We ain't doing magic. Like, come on, man. We gotta get back to our shit. This is what we do best. That's why Earth is born. We ain't tapping in. Y'all notice when we tap in, Earth be exciting. When we tap in, come on, man. Everybody dancing like us, dressing like us, talking like us, man. They be trying to vibe like us. Can't do it, man. We be tapping in, man. We gotta really tap in, though. So let's flip this page real quick. All right. That's the name of the book for anybody who who asked me early in the comments. The name of the book, here it is if you want to screenshot it. I just wanted to touch on that, enlighten people on Carl Crosby or Carlos Crosby and all the ancient artifacts that he found in South America, that's laying in the Vatican basement right now that nobody can see no more. They took it in 1983, if I'm not mistaken, right after he died, quote unquote. Um, and he was already talking about, how he can link the continent of what we know Africa to America, literally one landmass, even down to the people. He was like, I can link this shit. I got all these artifacts that these Indians was bringing me from sacred grounds and hidden caves that we didn't know, like pure gold at that. Like, this shit 100 linking it. Vatican was like, hell nah, we cannot let that shit go. Y'all know what time it is. Niggas was like, we know. Carl Crosby had to go, you know what I'm saying? And he was already old, so, they chalked it up to old age, kept it moving, seized the artifacts, dumped it in the basement, locked it away, kept it on the hush. Until the internet was created and niggas getting books, so niggas know what's there. But more people got to understand and realize what's going on. For real. You not just a black person, bro. that shit kill me. You're not just a black person, dog. you not just a black person. You are not just an African American boy. You are so much more than that shit, dog. You gotta break that damn box. We gonna do it though. We gonna help you. We gonna help you just like if it was slave days, man. Sometimes you gotta go out there and unchain your brothers, like, nigga. And sometimes you gotta slap them, like, nigga, you free, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do that to a couple of our brothers and sisters. Gotta help them break that chain and, like, nigga, you free, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Go, shit. What I'm supposed to do? I don't know, nigga. Go do something. You get the fuck out of here. Same thing. We gotta do it though. Shout out to the Star Seeds. I know this shit aggravating sometimes. Jealous of his higher consciousness, man, for real. David Blaine on a whole nother level, boy. He's tapping into, man, look. David Blaine tapping into something whole nother different. So, shout out to 111. That's right on time. We all in here synchronized because now we're about to transition to the spiritual section of it. We got a lot of stuff to dive into with the spiritual section, so I hope everybody ready. Hope we ready. We ready. Let's get into it. So, I'm still gonna be diving deep into the history, but as time gets closer, the years get closer, longer, and stuff get more crazier, it's time to start tapping back into the spiritual side of things, man, in nature, because we are at a spiritual war, and the reflection, your physical reflects the spiritual reflects the physical, as above, so below. So, in order to get the physical right, we must get the spiritual right. Which means we gotta remember all the laws and we gotta uphold all the laws. We're not gonna be perfect on this journey, but that don't mean that we can't strive to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because my coach and my daddy always told me that if you strive for perfect and you fall short, that means you did good. It's a level: perfect, good, better, Tighten up. So if you strive for perfect and you fall short, you fall at good. And if you only strive for good, then you're gonna fall short. That means you need to do better, and so on and so forth. So we ain't perfect, but that don't mean we can't strive for it. You feel me? So we gonna strive for perfection. Because at one point in time, we were perfection. We was the perfect creation. First creation, the firstborn. We the eldest. We the elders. We the oldest. Our soul is the most strongest, the most potent. This is why they need it. This is why they need to put us in a state of oppression and change. You don't enslave weak people. You enslave strong people. You feel me? Remember that. A lot of people need to get that out your mind. Your ancestors was not weak. They was not weak. You feel me? You do not chain up and enslave and oppress weak people. You let weak people and sheep people go ahead and do what they gonna do because they sheep. You don't need no chains on them. They gonna always come back home and everything like that. But those black sheep, those wild Indians, those rebels, yeah, man, we gotta clink them. Those gods and goddesses, those priests and high priestesses, those kings and queens, we gotta clink. Those philosophers, those alchemists, gotta clink. Those witches, those warlocks, those druids, gotta clink them. They too strong. They damn near killed us during the slave/Indian revolts, man. They damn near wiped us off of the face of the earth. Then, think about it, 250 Indian revolts. From Turtle Island to the Plum Serpent, South America, to the West Indies. We damn near wiped them off the face of the earth, and that's only those slave revolts that I'm telling y'all about. Y'all know how many slave revolts happen in Africa? You know how many slave revolts happen in Europe, Scotland, Ireland, Germany? Bruh, it's important for us here to unite and sync. The reason why they don't want us to unite and sync up because we are the original Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Once we sync up, everybody else around the world sync up who's tapped in, and you know what I'm saying? It links just like that. This is why when we come up with a style and a swag here, that shit can reach as far as China and Germany and shit like that. That influence, that energy, that Wi-Fi, that tapping in, that Bluetooth. We them. Yeah. Man, we strong as hell. I wish people could realize that. So we are influencers. We are influencers, man. We are the most oppressed people, but we are the biggest influencers on the face of this earth, man. That should let you know something. So once we tap in, man, everybody already said they waiting on us. Hell, we waiting on us. You feel me? The fuck y'all waiting on? Shit, we waiting on black people. Nigga, you are black people. We waiting on us, man. What the fuck? We are the second coming. We better wake up. We are the second coming. What the CIA said, man, we gotta stop the rise of the Black Messiah. The Black Messiah is a consciousness, energy, universe. Once one Messiah rises up, all the other Messiahs and Messiahists start to rise up too. That energy, that frequency, that unity consciousness. These folks invest so much money to keep us divided, man. That shit should let you know what happens when we all in sync, man. We gonna get there though. But in doing so, we must learn this law and another law too we're gonna talk about, but this law we must learn. We gotta learn that humankind, but we're gonna take out the humankind because I'm talking to melanated people right now, you know what I'm saying? So melanated people cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. You want unity. You want to rise up. You want to rebel. You want to fight the system. You want to do all this. You want to teach CRT. You want to enlighten the kids. You want to go against the grain, against the system. You want that change. You need that change for the community. We need that to get back on top, to thrive again. What are you willing to give in return to obtain that? But you have to lose something of equal value. Now we know that in society right now we are in a confusion state. We have a lot of people that mean good, but they do bad, and we bad people who wants to do good. And we know that there's a yin and yang and a balance to everything, dark and light, light and dark. There's a little speck of everything. But my thing is this. We all have one thing in common. Unity. Unite and thrive. Now, the question is, what are you willing to lose that's equal to that value? Now, if you think about spirituality, unity is a positive vibration. It's selflessness. Unconditional love comes with unity and trust, which are also high vibrations in the act of selflessness. You know what I'm saying? Self-sacrificing if a war pop out and your brother's on the front line with you and your sister's sitting right next to you and y'all in the same war together, spiritual and physical. Self-sacrificing, selflessness, high vibration, unconditional love. So the thing that you must lose of equal value on a spiritual level will be anything that's low vibrational. You got to sacrifice being fearful. You got to sacrifice that egotistical mindset. You got to sacrifice your pride sometime. When you compromise with somebody, because we know that everybody not gonna have the same views, but if we have the same goals and we going to the same place, then it's all cool. So compromise means that people have to swallow their pride every now and then. So you have to sacrifice your pride every now and then to vibe high. I'm trying to tell you, you got to swallow that pill. And trust me, as an Aries, that shit be hard. You be ready to choke a motherfucker, but you can't. Y'all swallow that pill, that pride. Y'all swallow that pill. You know, it's a time to have that pride, and it's a time not to. Pride is one of those serenity moments. You know what I'm saying? Pride is one of those serenity moments. It's a time and place for everything. So you have to sacrifice everything that's low vibrational in order to get high vibrational results. Such as if you want to eat better, you know, be healthier. You know, those of us who striving to exercise and work out and lose weight or whatever your body goals may be, you have to sacrifice your eating habits and replace it with work and work out and sweat and blood and tears and getting up every day and the strain and the pain and the soreness. And you got to sacrifice. That's the equal exchange. That's the equivalent exchange that you're putting into the universe to get the results that you want. And you can use that and you can apply that to anything in life. If you're trying to open up a business, if you're trying to get some foundation built for yourself, if you know what I'm saying, you're going through relationships, if you're going through whatever it is that you're going through, you gotta be willing to endure. You have to be willing to go through the strain, the pain, the sword, and everything, the game, because the finish line is like a cross-country race. You gotta go through the mud, the hurdles, the barbed wire. You gotta get to that finish line. You feel me? It's deep. But whatever it is that you trying to get and maintain or manifest or attract into this plane of existence, you have to have an equivalent exchange. What are you willing to do for this shit? How bad do you want this shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Are you willing to give an arm and a leg for this? And an arm and leg is metaphoric, spiritual talk. You know what I'm saying? Like spiritually, your light body. Are you willing to give your spiritual arm and your spiritual leg for this shit? Which means, man, I gave my blood, sweat, and tears, my soul to this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad you wanted it. You know? You willing to sacrifice your ego for this. You got to kill that motherfucker for real. But, you know, equivalent exchange. Let's flip the page. So I'm catch up in the comments real quick. See what y'all talking about in here. Sad and pretty eyes. Glad you can tap in. Selling King, most definitely divinely guided. Russia was melanin rich too, most definitely. Thanks for all the likes and the gifts. That energy is past due, brother. Hey, we here. We working in overtime now. We working in overtime. You know, you will most definitely see a lot more energy and lives from your boy. We in overtime. The ego, most definitely. Okay, so now, how can you train the subconscious mind with hermetic laws? Oh yeah, here we go. To start training your subconscious mind, you could begin with understanding the Hermetic law of karma on humility. This universal law states that to change something, you have to start by accepting it. The experience which we go through from childhood to adult are the ones that determine our world view. Flip the page real quick. Is ego blocking you from aligning with the law of perpetual transmutation of energy? Let's get into it. Let's try and transmutate this energy that we all feeling, whether it's negative or positive. So now, let's see what good old Thoth was trying to tell us back in the day. Back in the day. So, there are numerous ways you can tell when your ego is blocking you from allowing energy to flow through you and transmute. Lack of gratitude. If you find yourself complaining about every little thing that goes wrong in the process, you can be sure that your ego is at play. That be your ego complaining. That don't even be you for real. Because the true you is the higher self you. And the higher self you knows about serenity, control what you can control, let go of what you can't control, and have the wisdom to know the difference. So that means that whatever may happen, whatever happens is meant to happen. There are no coincidences and everything, and I'm here to accept whatever comes with these consequences of actions and choices and decisions that I make throughout my life on this path of this spiritual journey. What did we just read in the last slide? You know, the first one of the greatest laws is the law of humility. Sometimes you just gotta accept shit for what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So now, with that being said, now with that comes the lack of gratitude, which is one of your egos that's blocking you from aligning with the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which is connected to the law of humility. And one more time, because repetition is the father of learning, lack of gratitude. If you find yourself complaining about every little thing that goes wrong in the process, you can be assured that your ego is at play. Lack of gratitude blocks you from feeling the good things that appeared. Yeah, that appeared. So this is why I always say that there's a silver lining. There's a silver lining in everything. In everything. Good days, bad days, there's always a silver lining. Your ego and your ungratefulness don't allow you to see that. And it's like let's say shit. You woke up this morning getting ready for work. You woke up this morning, you brush your teeth, you're getting dressed, you're getting the keys, you're getting your lunch, you're getting everything together, and you on your way out. You go hit to the car, you start the car up, you let that thing warm up, you get ready to pull off, and then boom, the alternator go out. That be bad. Damn. That right there, that little thing happens. Your ego automatically takes control. And if, man, what the fuck, man? I can't believe, man, all this fucked up shit be happening to me. You get into all that shit, start to complain, doing all that shit. Totally ignore the fact that you woke up today. somebody didn't. Somebody didn't have the pleasure to be on their way to work and they damn car getting down. Some people ain't even got no car. A lot of people walking to work. A lot of people catching the bus to work. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Now, I know it sound kind of crazy or like, man, that's playing high and mighty shit. You know, shit happens. Ooh, yeah, shit do happens. But the way you react to shit happening is the thing. See, the thing about the word react and reaction and reactor is because you're dealing with energy. And when you're dealing with energy and energy collide, it becomes reactant. So one energy, which is the negative energy, your alternator fucking up. The next energy, which is your negative energy of you complaining to your shit fucking up. Now the reaction, it ain't gonna be so good. But you know, if you just somehow can muster up the humility to accept and have serenity to control what you can control and let go of what you can't and have the wisdom to know the difference when a situation like that happen, you know, breathe real quick and do what you gotta do. Push your shit back to the parking spot, lock that thing up, call the job, tell them you probably gonna be late or whatever. Walk to work if you got to, catch a ride if you can, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, call off if you want to and get your thing fixed. But be calm because the answer is so simple. You know, you exploding, getting your blood pressure high and your heartbeat racing and all that stuff for the simple solution of I'm just gonna push my car back and call around and see how much to get it fixed. I know coming across money is hard. You might not have the dust right now. You might have that bitch later on payday, but just be happy that you got dust coming in to get the shit fixed. Some people have to, when shit happen like that, it's a wrap. So it's about weighing the pros and cons. It's about seeing the silver lining. Sometimes you have to make your own silver lining in a dark situation. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through a dark situation, you gotta shine brighter than the dark situation at times. You know what I'm saying? So all that is transmutation of energy. Taking the negative, making it positive. You know what I'm saying? Um, people who there's people who go through heartbreaks and take that heartbreaking pain and put it into something and create something amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's transmutation of energy. Instead of going out here lashing out and doing something crazy, I'm gonna take this and be creative and make something happen. And you can do that with a lot of stuff. You can even transmutate positive energy into more positive energy. The law of attraction and manifestation. So you can always vibe high. You can always vibe high, you know, and we're gonna touch on that pyramid here in a minute. See, you are too young to be so smart. I appreciate that, pretty ass. Thank you. I mean, my soul been here. My soul been here thousands and thousands of years. You know, this is only a Matrix avatar. Divinely guided. Yes, it is. You already know. Nova. Come with it, brother. Most definitely. Gratitude. Fast. Be full. Not what you don't. Man, I'm trying to tell you. So. It brings us to this. As above, so below, so within, so without. And as the universe, so the soul. See, a lot of people never knew that whole quote. See, a lot of people just be like, as above, so below. There's a whole quote to it, though. You know, and I had to find it because sometimes I be misquoting it. I didn't stumbled across these things a long time ago. I be sitting on gems. You know, I be sitting on gems sometimes. But remember it. Screenshot it if you must. So you can say it to yourself because it is true. As above, so below. What's in the universe is down here. What's down here is in the universe. So within, so without. Everything you seeking for is within. And once you seek all that peace and serenity and happiness and love within thyself, when you heal thyself, the funny thing is that if you got a pen and a paper, write down heal thyself. And when you put it together, it say healthy self. Healthy self, heal thyself. You know what I'm saying? So everything is within thyself. All that love that you looking for, all that acceptance, all that validation, all that whatever it is that you looking for, it's right inside. And once you find that within, you start to attract it without. You want to be love, attract love, love yourself, self-love, self-respect attracts it. You know, one thing, if there's any young people on here watching, one thing y'all gotta remember here in life, I'm gonna tell you this: if an OG never told you that, or a big unk, since you know that's what they calling me now, unk. You feel me? I'm 1990, shit crazy with unk. But they, hey man, look, this is what I tell them. In situations, your self-respect gotta outweigh your emotions. You feel me? Repetition is the father of learning. Your self-respect gotta outweigh your emotions. You did. So you want respect, you want love, you gotta love thyself and you gotta respect thyself. Within, without. You gotta have it here first. As above, so below. The physical is a reflection of the spiritual is a reflection of the physical. It start right here first, because your soul is the universe. The universe is your soul. Thy are gods, ye are gods. Like, you know, you know, yeah. According to Hermetic principle, there is a relationship between your vibration and energy. When you understand this relationship, it becomes easier to allow high vibrational energy to flow through you and create a shift in your reality. Just explained it to you, you know what I'm saying? So it starts within first, you know, and then you can change your reality. And one thing about changing your reality that a lot of people don't know, see, I watch people start spiritual journeys and they quit because a lot of stuff don't happen as fast as they want, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing you got to understand is that a spiritual journey, the art of manifestation, the art of attraction, and vibrating high is an everyday thing. You got to be doing this every day, consistently, faithfully. You got to believe in it wholeheartedly. You can't be doing it for no selfish reasons. You can't be doing it for no ill intent. You got to be high vibrational with this. And then you have to have patience when you do this, because you've been living a toxic life for half your damn life. It took the patience for you to soak in the toxicness. So it was going to take patience to soak that shit out. You understand what I'm saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. And a lot of people, man, look, a lot of people give up on a lot of people because the shit don't happen right when they want to, but shit don't happen right when you want to. Shit happen in divine timing, you understand? Because we all divinely guided. Shout out to divinely guided. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what's saying indeed is true. What's happening, brown sugar? Glad you could tap in. Now, let's keep it going though. So, however, you can start with these simple tricks to improve your approach. Give positivity to feel positivity. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Give positivity to feel positivity. You cannot pour into an empty cup. Repetition is the father of learning. You can't pour into an empty cup. How you gonna love me if you don't love yourself? How you gonna respect me if you don't respect yourself? Your cup empty. How you gonna value me if you don't value yourself? Your cup empty. At least come with that thing half full so I can drop a little bit in there, you know what I'm saying? Help you go get some more water. Like, come on, you gotta work with me. I ain't trying to fill your cup up by myself. You gotta do the work. This is your spiritual journey. You feel me? A lot of people get on spiritual journeys and want you to do the shit for them. Nah, man, this your journey. I'm an earth angel. I'm just here to guide you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a star seed. I'm just here to guide you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta point you the way. I can't do it for you. This ain't my journey. You don't get no points for this. It's no different than you going. It's no different than you going inside of a classroom and it's a test and you getting somebody else to do the test for you and the teacher catch you. Like, you don't get no points for that. You get penalized for that. What you mean? Go on to the principal office. The universe. Go on to the principal office. Go on get this karmic. Go on get this karma right here. You tripping. Man, look. Can't do it for you. We star seeds, we earth angels, man. We just supposed to, it's matter of fact, it's the age of Aquarius. We all Aquarius. We got that jug of water. We just trying to pour like it's up for y'all to drink that motherfucker. Get your cup. Like we pouring the information. Like, hey, we looking at each other up here like, man, they'll get a cup one day, man. Just keep pouring. Like, shit, man, my arms hurting, bro. They better hurry up. I'm about to put this motherfucker down for a minute. Like, y'all better get y'all cup. Cause we vibe high, man. Look. And give positivity to feel positivity. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Father is a repetition. It's the father of learning. When you start retaining your subconscious mind, you might feel like you are lying to yourself. You are only not entirely at a place where you can give positivity. The secret is to think about any process starting from a negative, but from a negative and building towards a positive. You will note that the more you practice positivity, the more your cup will fill up with it and start overflowing abundantly. So abundantly, you can go and land some. See, this is where the whole I'm not here to make you happy. I need you to come with me already happy, and I can add to your happiness because your cup is full and overflowing with abundantness. My cup is overflowing, full with abundantness, and we just sitting here just abundantly happy, honeymoon stage, la 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 la, peace, serenity, and everything like that. We just pouring each other cups, spilling shit over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. But some people just don't want to get that water. I mean, it's a cup. It ain't like, and that's the thing about it, man. The universe gave you a cup. It ain't like the universe was like, fill up this bucket until that bit overflow, man. The universe gave you a cup, man. Gave you a cup, bro. Like 16 ounces, man. You can't get nobody 16 ounces. Boy, that's a cold world. Cold world. You can't get nobody 16 ounces, dog. Damn. Oh, man. Hey, look. Age of Aquarius need to add some rocks to that water as you pouring it to get that attention. Hey, look, man, for real. Gotta wake up. So, transmute it into other forms of creativity. Those who master the law of perpetual transmutation of energy have an easy time manifesting any reality that they want from themselves. I'm going to tell y'all a perfect example of transmutation of energy and how our alchemy and mysticism is being used against us. If anybody paid attention to the music nowadays, the new hip hop, which is they call reality rap, or they call emo rap, which is emotional based rap, it's depression, right? And if you go watch all these rappers' interviews, they always say that music is therapeutic to them. It's a release. And the release that they're talking about is that they're transmutating that depression and pain, and the outlet is the music. And in doing so, they are creating a whole different they are creating a whole different like vibration or energy frequency that that's gonna attract and everybody else who's going through that frequency or whatever. But they're doing it like that. And as they're transmutating it into creativity, you got the evil record labels over there getting all of that depression and energy and creativity that they putting out, and now they got it, and they are about to perpetuate, transmutate that energy that they just put on that album, because music holds energy and everything. That's what they know, and they're getting that energy, and they're gonna transmutate it into currency. Money, currency, currency. So they're going to transmutate it into currency. But in doing so, they need influence. So now we need more of your energy to transmutate to get this currency. So now we're going to send you on tour for like 100 days and you get paid last. It's fucked up. It's a cold game. It's fucked up. But this is how they use our shit against us, because we don't know. Because we're ignorant, because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant just means you don't know. So don't nobody get emotional when you hear that word ignorant. That just means you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what they do. And they transmutate our energy for their benefits. And it happens in so many ways. When you wake up and you go to a 9 to 5, you're transmutating your energy. You're going in, you're applying this amount of energy into this amount of work. You get the short end of the stick. You get paid last, just like a record label and a hip hop artist. So it's no different. We all indentured servants at the end of the day, and it's everything like that. But once you start taking back control of your own energy, taking control back of your own energy, transmutating your own energy when you can, in a little bit of time, because I know we all got to go to work and, we got to pay the bills and all that. I understand the matrix. Trust me, I understand the conscious matrixness. We already did a live on that. So in that time you can transmutate your energy into something that's going to help you break the chains of the matrix living, whether it's the 9 to 5, whether you want to live prosperous or abundantness. You got to somehow transmutate your energy. You got to somehow do equivalent energy exchange. You know what I'm saying? And just do it. It's how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'd rather control my energy and transmutate it however I want to get my currency to live abundantly with my cup flowing over. So, and we all got to get in that mindset. And we all got to vibe high, because we all connected. So what's better than 1 millionaire? 2. What's better than 2 millionaires? 3. What's better than 3 millionaires? 4. Next thing you know, we got Black Wall Street all over again. But let's keep it going though. So, oh man, disclaimer. Viewer discretion is advised. Sexual energy transmutation. So we gonna talk about. So one of the benefits is semen retention for the fellas, is that you can kind of stay in the present and be harmonious with the universe. And you can use your talents and your inner inspiration to grow help from others and do the same. Now, let's go ahead and get into it though. So, Kanye West said this very intelligent thing, and I got this Kanye West quote because my nigga is a genius. You feel me? I still support my nigga. But Kanye West though, and it's real deep, and just let me know that he ain't no sheep. He just gotta play the game. But anyways, sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at other times. So strong and appealing is the desire for sexual contact that men freely run the risk of life and reputation to indulge in it. When harnessed and redirected along other lines, this motivating force maintains all of its attributes of keenness, of imagination, courage, etc., which may be used as powerful creative forces in literature, arts, and any other profession or calling, including, of course. So we all that stumbled across prison TikTok, and all these folks is in there. Let's be 100. You want to know why these niggas is so creative in prison? You want to know why boxers go on a semen retention before they go in there and knock a nigga out? Man, look, fellas, man, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Ladies, this ain't just for the fellas. It's called semen retention, but ladies, look, man, the same thing. It's human sex desire, so it's in everything and everybody, man. When you harness that energy into something creative or whatever endeavors, the imagination is flowing. You can come up in ideas and thoughts, and you can connect dots and everything. Like, man, that energy is so wild. I'm trying to tell you. The reason why they sexualize society so much, the reason why there's a porn industry, the reason why all of this stuff, the reason why they sexualizing the female rappers, and every time you get on one of these apps, somebody's half naked, shaking ass, or whatever the case may be. They want your sexual desire because it's one of the most powerful energies inside you. You can manifest from that. The reason why we don't have no more inventors no more, the reason why it's hard to find philosophers now, the reason why that people can't think and all that type of stuff, only thing that's on people's mind is sex, money, drugs. You know, the same old shit that's still going on. The society, it's a cold marketing tool. And it breeds on your energy. When our ancestors were stomping this earth, they didn't give no fuck about no Brazilian. Our ancestors were stomping this earth, they didn't give no fuck about no Brazilian butt lift. When I stomping this earth, the fuck is fiat currency, man? Gold, valuable, man. We make statues of this shit. What the fuck you talking about valuable, man? We melt this shit down and make statues of this shit, man. Like, this shit comes at abundance of earth. You know what I'm saying? You can't put value on abundance. That shit's priceless. It's ours, but that shit's priceless, man. Priceless is worth more than anything. The moment you put a price on something, that shit become cheap as shit. And once I got in this mindset, it made me start looking at people totally different. Because people put a price on their loyalty. People put a price on their heart. You can buy people love and shit nowadays, man. You can buy women nowadays. You can buy niggas nowadays. Like, this shit crazy. People are putting a price on themselves. And in the beginning, they was priceless. That means you was rare. You was valuable. The moment that you put a fiat currency price on yourself, that made you cheap as fuck and worthless. In my eyes, anyway, because I know that fiat currency is worthless. So, yeah, man, that shit crazy. So, our ancestors didn't care about that shit. Things was in abundance. Like, niggas didn't care about the flyest dashiki in the hood. We didn't care who had the new sandals in the village. Nigga, we didn't care about the new shoes. We didn't care about none of that. That's what? That's little thinking. And everything's so sexualized, man. Sacred energy exchange. Our ancestors only had sex. It was a ritual, whether they was procreating or whether they was trying to manifest something into the universe, because it's the most powerful energy. One of the most powerful energy, because sexual desires have to be based on unconditional love. At least back when it mattered and it was based off love, it was based off unconditional love. So you got both of these people that's vibrating high on unconditional love coming together, putting their love together, and now you add the sexual desires on top of it for each other, and you releasing all that energy into the universe, and you manifesting something together. That shit gonna happen quick. But it ain't like that, man. That shit so... sex is so objectified and so much of the norm that people can have sex with no feelings attached. And all my life, I used to be like, bro, how the fuck can you do that? People be like, oh, bro, that shit easy, bro. They say that shit like that shit normal, bro. That shit ain't normal, nigga. How in the fuck can you lay down with somebody ass naked and do some wild shit and don't have no feelings from them, bro? That's borderline psychopath. That's borderline psychopath, boy. A little sociopath going on, and you want to get checked. That shit crazy. And then people look at you crazy because you catch feelings from an intimate, sacred energy exchange moment, which is soul time. And they be looking at you crazy like something wrong with you. And you be like, the fuck wrong with the world? Hey, the Matrix wanted it. That's one of the main things the Matrix wanted. And they got a hold to it. They got a hold to it a long time ago when they had our ancestors, the women, our ancestors, inside these human zoos just to look at their booties or buttocks or whatever proper term it is for the gluteus maximus, but that's then. And now those same zoos where you observe women and turn into strip clubs. Crazy, ain't it? And you throw a little fiat cash in that thing, crazy. So, spiritual warfare. We are in it very deeply. We are in it very deeply. Spiritual warfare. We are in it very deeply, and our kids is in it very deeply. Once you wake up spiritually, your kids gotta wake up spiritually. You can't shelter them. Oh, as a kid, Christmas, man, fuck all that. If you love your kid, you'll tell them the truth. That's how I look at it. If I love you, I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to sugarcoat shit. I ain't going to shelter you. This is what it is. Because I want you to know how to maneuver when you get older. It is what it is. So, but your sexual energy, your sacred energy exchange that desires is one of the most powerful things. It's a willpower. It's a persistence. And it's a persistence. Dudes be so damn creative trying to pick up women. That shit used to amaze me my whole life. I swear to God. That used to amaze me. Dude, I just seen some of the shyest dudes, like niggas who can't get in the front of the room to speak or nothing like that. But let a fine ass woman come through looking good and shit like that. That man will get that courage today. He'll get that willpower to walk up, to talk to her. She'll tell him no. He'll find some persistence in his motherfucking self that he don't know what came out. And then his pickup lines will become creative as hell. They'd be very imaginative. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, where the fuck this shit come from? And then when the lady leave, then when the fine attractive lady leave the room, he right back. Hey, bro, nah, bro, what happened to that smart ass dude that was right there? And then you was talking about some galaxies and shit. What happened in that? Crazy, simple. Ladies, y'all ain't excluded. Y'all be creative too. Some of y'all be setting the scene for a dude to holler at you the whole time. A dude be thinking like, yeah, man, I picked her up, you know what I'm saying? Dropped the game, she fell for it. Whole time now, nigga, she done picked you up subliminally with your mind, dropping the gems and hints, and you just picked up on it. And you know that power of suggestion that we talked about? When somebody can put a suggestion in your head and you act on it like it was your idea. Boy, these women be smart with the mental thing, bro. I'm trying to tell you, fellas, you think you picked up that lady done picked you up. For real. You thought you done tore her down in the bedroom. She done tore you down, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all better wake up. Hey, But ladies get creative too. Don't let them fool you. And if you knew the ways how they do the power of suggestion to men, you'll be like, damn, that's a creative pickup line that you didn't. And it be subtle. It be subtle too. It be little hints. That should be crazy. But you know, people get creative for stuff they want though. He said Kanye West a Gemini. Ah, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, facts, fam. David checking in. Yep. Red hearts are mostly used for love, but red is a root chakra, most definitely. Mansa Musa, yeah. Catch up in these comments real quick. If it's easy, you're not doing it right. It's sacred, right? They do be creative. Some just have the gift. Yeah, some just have it in them. You know what I'm saying? Those of us who's charming, you know, just like I said, charm means spell. So, fellas, if a lady ever calls you charming, just know that you a walking spell. And she was mesmerized. And ladies, the female energy of charming is beauty. So, you know, if a man ever called you beautiful, he was up under your spell. It's amazing how energy and magic and everything is just so real and lifelike. And then you got these atheist folks who, I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe in God, no universe, nothing, Big Bang. You like, bro, how you don't believe in nothing? Explain to me how do this big ass tree grow to be as big as it is from a little ass seed? Explain that to me if you don't believe in the Most High or magic. Explain to me how this wind is blowing, but you can't see this motherfucker, but you know it exists though. But you don't believe in magic? Damn, bro, that's crazy as hell. Your body heal itself. When treated properly, your body heal itself. That's magic, bro. A miracle is magic on a higher level. And magic is a miracle. Miracle is a magic. It's all on different levels, but they mean the same thing. Folks be crazy. But you know. Said she saw you when you didn't see her. It made you think she didn't see you. I'm trying to tell you. Women be on it. Fellas, women be when you going look, dog, youngins. Let me go ahead and put you up on little youngins. When y'all be going to that club and that lady that you done bought that drink, bro, she done caught you when you bent the corner coming into the club long ago. Yeah, that club crowded, ain't it? Boy, women got them eyes, boy, they bing. Yeah, we gonna get that one. You know what I'm saying? You think you hollering at her, but she done peeped you when you bent the corner into the club. Probably caught you in the parking lot for real. Just being real. Ah, yeah. When you working in sales or insurance salesman and all that, I used to sell insurance for a little bit of time before. They most definitely had to teach you the power of suggestion. I see it in the gym all day. I'm trying to tell you. I'd rather that talk to those guys. 222, we all in here synchronized. What if you look at our nervous system? It kind of resembles Earth information. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's flip this page real quick. All right, so now I want to go here real quick. So a human that has been victimized is at the low end of the stuck in a thought pattern of shame. The universal law of attraction says that you attract where you are vibrating. So if a person does nothing to raise their vibration, they will attract others stuck in the same vibrational level. Perpetuals seek out the lower vibrational humans. Most lower your vibration, but there is the one that ends up being a spiritual catalyst to drive you up to the omega point. Once you start to rise, your ability to feel joy increases. Joy is the goal. Joy is the feeling of unity. Kind of hard to feel joy when you inside the ghettos and the projects, ain't it? Look, when people understand the root of our division, it's very materialistic, and our division is an illusion. That's another thing too. Melanated people or black people, the division that we have amongst ourselves is a whole illusion. It's crazy. But we'll get there though. But joy is the feeling of unity. Joy is finding the love the love light within you. Joy is connecting with your twin flame. Joy is unconditional love. Joy is everywhere, but you have to find the right pair. So, Omega. So they talking about the Omega, and it kind of it resembles the chakras. You know what I'm saying? Your vibrationals. So ultimate consciousness, enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, acceptance, willingness, neutrally, courage, pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame. You know what I'm saying? So as you walk in life and you interact with anything that's low vibrating, it will bring you down. You are what you attract. Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. So shame, guilt, that's low vibrating. That's very low vibrating. We talking about alpha point. See, what a lot of people don't understand, I know everybody caught how this alpha beta trend just burst out of nowhere. Kevin Samuels burst out of nowhere. I'm gonna teach y'all something. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this gem real quick. Living in an alpha state too long is not good. Living in an alpha state is one of the lowest points that you can live in. Why? What comes with being an alpha? Most alpha males are narcissistic, controlling, my way or the highway. Most of them are like that. I'm gonna be real. Beta, that's low vibrating too. It's I ain't gonna say it's low vibrating, it's high vibrating, but too much of anything is not good. You gotta be balanced on this journey. That's how you ascend and rise, by being balanced. So you need the alpha side, because if you're a leader, if you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to run a nation and all that type of stuff, there's a time to be an alpha. There's a time to control the pack. It's a time to, you know what I'm saying, handle business, get, survival mode. It's time to be at the root chakra. But it's a time to be a beta. You feel me? It's a time to vibrate high and everything. See, society made the beta energy seem small, but if alpha is divine masculine, that means beta is divine feminine. And what comes with divine feminine is intuition, nurturing, caring, unconditional love, and everything like that comes with the beta frequency. And the alpha is the opposite of that. So when you combine the alpha with the beta, you get the sigma. The sigma is balanced wave frequency. So now you on a sigma frequency. Now you can start vibrating higher. You know what I'm saying? The serenity of everything. you start going up. You know, we practice serenity, control what you can control, let go of what you can't control, the law of humility, which is the law of acceptance. You have to accept everything that's a high vibrating. You know, you got to use logic and reasoning. You got to have unconditional love, joy, peace, and then true enlightenment and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to screenshot this, y'all can real quick before we flip on and move on. I'm gonna check these comments real quick. Looks like the chakra, yup. Lowest vibrating purple is crown, most definitely. Yup. Alpha equals ego, most definitely. Shalom, sigma, yup. Balance is most definitely key. Yeah, it's always key. So, and like I said, a lot of this stuff, a lot of these trends and stuff is social experiments. A lot of these trends is social experiments, and a lot of people don't understand it because a lot of people are asleep to these frequencies and everything. So now you got a lot of people, you got people fighting to be an alpha, like you alpha woman and the alpha male, and you got two alphas in the household, they gonna bump heads, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit will never go. You know, somebody has to surrender. Somebody has to create that balance. Somebody has to be willing to. So I don't like the term submissive for real. It sounds like some slave shit. I don't like that, but I would say respect. So I like the substitute that word submissive with respect. You feel me? Because if you respect somebody, then of course you're gonna compromise. Of course you're gonna be willing to be, do what you gotta do. So if you want to be alpha control and lead the household, cool. I can operate inside this beta frequency because I know that beta complements the alpha frequency. So while you out here leading charge, I could be the intuition of the whole nation or the family or whatever. I could bring the nurturing, the caring, the unconditional love, and the spirit that everything is. This is why I say the man is the house because he uses logic, and the woman is the heart and soul of a relationship because she brings the nurturing and the unconditional soul. And nurturing comes with healing. So this is why all the kids, when they get hurt, they run to mama. When the man gets hurt, he runs to his wife because of the nurturing energy. So yes, ladies, your job is to heal men and kids because you are the mother, such as Mother Earth, who provides us the fruits and the vegetables to heal ourselves as well. That's nurturing, that's love. That's why we got to take care of her so she could take care of us. So I'm sorry, ladies, I didn't give y'all these universal jobs. We all signed up for this. This is why y'all came down as ladies and we came down as men. We already knew what we was getting into when we got in these avatars. So yes, ladies, your job is to actually heal men that are broken. Whether that's giving him advice, ain't nobody saying be in a relationship and stick the shit out or whatever. Like, I mean, if the nigga's abusing you, domestic violence, and he's shattered, you gotta let that shit go. If a nigga, see, it's the difference between broken and shattered. See, like, broken can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? You break your door, you can fix that shit. You punch a hole in the wall, you can dry, you know what I'm saying? You can drywall that shit up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can fix a little something. You know, the drywall, it ain't as white as the wall, but it's fixed. You can put shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I mean, you catch a flat tire, you gotta fix that bit. Like, it is what it is now. A shattered vase, you ain't putting that shit together. You might as well just sweep that thing on up, put it in a trash can, call it a day, go get you another vase. I'm just saying, you just gotta know the difference. You know what I'm saying? And this is where patience come in at, you know what I'm saying? So, and the same thing with fellas, you know what I'm saying? Because not all ladies are healed and perfect. Some are broken and some just need love from a man because a lot of them didn't have their fathers there. The fathers is the first love. So, and a lot of them just seek that. So it's just unconditional love that a lot of them be seeking. So if you know how to give unconditional love and give unconditional love and teach her how to receive and give it in return. So, and therefore she can now start operating in her divine feminine because you just so happen to be in your divine feminine to teach her this. So now she knows she can operate. Now she's raised into a higher vibration and y'all raising together. And in doing so, she can teach you stuff. Once a woman unlocks her divine feminine, she unlocks a whole different world within herself that can teach a man a whole different world about himself. And it's law of reciprocation. Now y'all just teaching law of balance. It's dope. It's deep. So, men can heal women too. We heal women on a different level. I'm gonna say that one for a different line because it's funny. So it's funny, but you know, I got a similar chart showing different dimensions. I gotta check that out too. Only time we pay attention to frequency is in the hospital for real. Yeah, that's true. It's a give and take on both levels, pouring into each other, most definitely. He said, "Go for it." uh, um. Okay, y'all remember on one of my last lives, I said that when a woman can absorb a male's semen into her vaginal walls and it swims upstream in her bloodstream and it lies dormant into her brain pretty much for the rest of her life. That is facts. If you don't believe me, you can get off live. You can Google it. It is, and women copy men's DNA from that. This is why when you be with a woman for so long, she start acting like you. She start talking like you. Start cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? She just it's an uncanny dynamic. But one way that a man can heal a woman is through her womb. Semen is protein. It's amino acids. It's if the dude is eating right, it's alkaline. So just by that act alone, and if the by the right man, I'm saying, don't be out here, you know what I'm saying, wilding it up out here, but the right man, preferably your husband, but the right man, if he's in tune with his divine masculine self, sigma level, high vibrating, alkaline, eating right, and everything like that, his semen can actually get absorbed into the woman's vaginal walls and start healing her as it travels upstream. And I'm talking about not just one, because we know that men produce over millions per session. So millions per session. So out of that millions per session, a healthy thou wow does its job, swim up the bloodstream. We talking about amino acids and protein and alkaline and stuff. It's swimming up the bloodstream, healing, doing what it's doing, then it lies into the brain. And if that woman is battling with depression and her mate is not battling with depression, just by that simple act can start helping her depression out. You know what I'm saying? This is why when she's with him or around him, she doesn't feel depressed. She just feels this ultimate joy and just forget about all the worries in the world and stuff like that. It's deep. And then another way is by his pheromones. Men have different pheromones. This is I like this one too. I researched. See, when I found out I had a daughter, I started researching all type of stuff about fathers and daughters bonding and connecting, because I was like, okay, so if the baby bonds with the mother inside the womb and all that type of stuff, how does the baby bond with the father? Well, pheromones. And the pheromones begin when the baby comes out and the father lays her on the chest, and the pheromones that's in your skin soaks into her skin and she breathes them in, and it lies dormant into her brain. And the same thing with the woman you with. When you hug her and she take that deep breath, them pheromones, and it's hitting that brain. You know what I'm saying? And it gets real deep. And them pheromones create a connection as well. It's a spiritual connection. And it's funny too, because the way that men connect with women is spiritual. This is why it's important for fellas to get back into spirituality and women too. But men connect spirituality like through pheromones and all that other stuff like that. So it's deep, man. Y'all gotta research it, man. Them pheromones be strong. That shit deep. That shit deep. Fellas, this why your sweaters be coming up missing. Every time your girl around, this why your sweaters come up missing. Your sweater ugly as shit. She don't like that sweater. She like them pheromones that's on them sweaters. That's why when they put it on, they be like, they addicted, bro. Like, boy, pheromones is strong, bro. That's why your shit come up missing. For real. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, fact. Start looking like each other. Yeah, you most definitely start looking like each other as well. Playing your same music. Yup. This is deep. I got 3 daughters. Yup. Them pheromones, man. And don't let it be the forehead kiss. That's why we sleep with the t-shirts you play ball in. Yup, that's true. Hey, that's true. T-shirt be stained. It ain't even about that. It's the pheromones that's left over. They be like, oh, sweaty. You like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Ain't like it's a high, boy. Fellas, I'm trying to tell you. It wouldn't even surprise me if a chick got a bottle of your sweat just for the pheromones, bro. Be spraying that shit when you leave. She bond with you a couple minutes before mom's. That's true too. Yeah, I mean, technically, she is the I mean, technically, your child is literally your, you know, your creation. You know, the egg is the body and everything. Like it gets connected, but you know, spaceships just flew past so fast. I'm outside. I hear you though. My man outside with the spaceships, bro. Hey, don't get tooken on. Actually, don't get tooken on live. But if you do so happen, bro, go ahead and co-host with me so we can see some shit. I'm just saying. It's a high up. Sweat. See, now you tripping. Nah, hey, it's some women who love the smell of sweat. It's crazy. My girl loves wearing my boxer drawers. Man, look. I mean, don't get taken on purpose. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get taken on purpose. But I'm just saying, like, if you start getting beamed up, like, in mid stride, just go ahead and hit that invitation. I'm gonna be like, boop, and just flash that bitch up. And we gonna be like, oh shit, I'm gonna start screen record. And I'm gonna post that shit everywhere, bro. We gonna come and get you, my nigga. It's gonna take a little minute. Or it might be our people, though. Like, we ain't gonna storm the truth. And it might be our people, you know, feel me? But just we ain't gonna storm the truth. And it might be our people, you know, feel me? But just keep that bitch recording at all times. What do the news say? What do the media say? Keep recording. Keep recording, man. Nah, I just play. Hey, I gotta start going outside at nighttime though. It feel good out here though. The super musk with the scent of the perfume. I try to tell you. Let's flip this page real quick. So now, with the universal law of perpetual transmutation of energy, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy inserts that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Still, it changes from one state to another. This means that the energy in the universe is always transmuting into and out of form. At no time will the energy be standing still. Many people do not realize that everything in the universe is an energy that is in constant motion. You can tap into this energy and transform it into anything that you desire. That's facts. It's the cologne and the strength of a man for me. He said, be careful. So, and that's because of this, the Tachyon Crystal Healer, helping you reconnect to the source. Shout out to The Flash. Those of us who watch The Flash, in order for him to travel into the future, he needed the Techion. He needed the tech. He needed the Techion to help his energy. The Flash, he's lightning, he's speed, he's energy, pure energy. In order for him to transmutate his energy to go to the future or the past, he needed to tap into the Techion crystal, the tech. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, shout out to Tesla. So, how to use the Hermetic law to perpetuate, transmutate energy to manifest abundance. Your subconscious mind is where all the work of changing or transmuting thoughts into tangible results happen. To access everything the subconscious mind has to offer, you can train it to align with your intentions. The same applies when you manifest money. For instance, we often have conflicts in our mind. On the one hand, your conscious mind might be thinking that you can build a successful business. It cut off on my end. I'm gonna have to flip the page real quick. I think I got it. Oh, my bad. I done jumped ahead. Hold on. We gotta go back. We can't skip like that. So when you encounter obstacles, you'll find it easier to see the opportunities for growth and not reasons to quit. The simplest way to raise your vibrations is to expand your consciousness with the Hermetic principle. Expanding your consciousness help you to embrace courage, willingness, reason, and acceptance. In this state of mind, it becomes easy to let the energy flow and change from one form to another. Here you adopt non-resistance and become a vessel for manifestations. Yeah. Yeah, don't fight it. So when we feeling good, our vibration rises. When we do things in alignment with our higher selves, our vibration lowers when we make choices that do not serve our higher self. As in the alpha omega consciousness diagram below, you will see how we feel determines our vibration, and which determines what we attract. What I just showed y'all, you know, the whole vibrational thing that I just showed y'all. Yeah, man, you gotta be careful how you vibing out here in these streets, man. So now when you look at society and you look at the reason why it wants you to vibrate low, because you're gonna keep attracting low vibrate. We talking about low vibrating entities. The last thing they need you to do is vibrate high. They need you to vibrate low, because when you vibrate low, you bring in all this like hypersexualized society where men and women look at each other as objects and not human beings, and have sacred energy exchange. You have fake wars, you have real wars, fake news, real news. You got confusion in the books. You got people living in fear. You got oppression. You got famine. You got pestilence. You got all this shit. All this low vibrating entity stuff that's going on right now. And the more that you vibrating low, the more it's going to keep attracting. This is why they had that fear monger around, the the last situation that we just left, COVID. And the reason why I say the last situation that we left, because if you haven't been paying attention, we are transitioning into a whole new situation that's going to make people forget about the old situation right now. So, pay attention because they setting the scene. You understand me? They setting the scene. They about to have you focusing on this, what's going on over there. I don't know how sensitive it is right now to talk about it, but what's going on over there. They about to have you focusing on that. People about to start worrying about when everybody was worried about that low situation and that low vibration on that past situation. People were getting sick. People were getting symptoms and they weren't even sick, bro. Like it was crazy. Just off of vibrating low. Off of vibrating low because they know you energy. They know this shit. Now they want you to fear about what's going on over there so you can feed that energy into that to keep boosting it up and shit like that. But everything's supposed to play out like this in a way. A lot of this stuff they manipulating, but in a way, a lot of this stuff still supposed to play out. So just got a peak game, man. Signs are for the conscious mind, man. You can't live in your root chakra or that alpha vibration too long. So now, yeah, we already. Hold on, let me make sure. So, think about the people enjoying. Okay, yeah. So we already talked about how to we're gonna transmutate energy to manifest money and stuff like that, or the vibration that is. So to create a setup where you manifested money or wealth is flowing through you to other people, that balance will keep the gates to riches open for you. How to transcend ego to manifest money and more through hermetic energy and mutation. Ego is the social mask that we all wear. It is the conditioning that we have from our childhood experiences and our interactions. Your ego don't exist. You created it. You created it. It's your see, okay. How can I put this? The reason why it's called an alter ego, because the first real ego is you, the real you. You know what I'm saying? That's the real you is the first ego. This alter ego that people is the mask that people wearing, which is your alter ego that people, your second lives and all this shit, was created through your interactions dealing with people and your influences from other people in your childhood as well. See, a lot of people think that your childhood does not count as an adult, which I don't know why people think that. People think your karma don't. I did this shit when I was a kid. That shit don't matter, boy. That shit do matter. A lot of people don't understand this shit. This is everything you go through as a child up to this point is what you built this alter ego on, this false reality, this false sense of self. You know what I'm saying? This is natural true self of what you living in. This is why you can run into people like me. Look, when I talk about spirituality, y'all know I can use myself as an example. This is why a long time ago you can run into people like me, a person who used to be in the streets like everybody else in the hood, gang banging, trapping, doing whatever. But behind closed doors, I was a nerd. I'll be reading books, dabble in a little anime here and there when I could, like just stuff that hood dudes wouldn't do. So when I was my true self was who I was behind this door when I could take the mask off and be comfortable with myself. And a lot of people have this. But as soon as a person leave that house, that comfort zone, once they leave that house, that mask goes on. And now you're dealing with the alter ego or the representative of the person, which is the alter ego. That ain't even a real person that you're meeting. So a lot of these relationships that you have are ego based. You don't even really like them people for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your friends ain't really your friends for real. You can tell when they call you. Do you? Oh my God, what the fuck do they want? You don't really like that person. Now, your ego keeps them around because they might stroke your ego or some shit or whatever the case may be that's pertaining to your ego. However y'all bonded, whether it was trauma bonding or whatever, something dealing with the ego. But and then you have those friends that call and you be happy as fuck. You be like, oh shit, man, what's up, big dog, man? Nigga, hey, I'm glad you called, bro. Like, let me tell you what the fuck happened. When you hear that, man, I'm glad you called, bro. Let me hear that glad. That lets you know right there. That's a 100% friend that you can be yourself around. And a lot of people and a lot of people actions and body languages and vibrations and tones and energies, you can tell how people treat people, and you can tell how people treat you just off of their vibrations and frequencies and energies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can call them and how they answer the phone sometimes. You call them, hello. They don't even sound interested. You know what I'm saying? Or at least sound like, ah, yeah, what's up? Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, something sound like the frequency in your voice need to change or something, but you can tell. And then, what else? I had one more example, too. I hope I didn't lose it. Yeah, about the ego. So yeah, and like I said, a lot of friendships that y'all might have once you step back and you do some shadow work and you look around, a lot of your friendships is ego based. A lot of your relationships, the type of person that you like, is based off your ego, and a lot of people don't know. Like, here's how funny the universe is. The person that's meant for you to live your life with is totally different from your usual type. And what I mean by your usual type is that a lot of people have this specific type of person that they're looking for, and they've encountered that type of person countless times, but they're running off ego that they're not paying attention. But because the energy that they put into this specific type, the universe then sent it to them countless times, and the shit don't work. So that's based off your ego. Because once you start dating, a lot of your influences on who you pick a partner was based off of the people that you was around at the time. Like fellas, when we was growing up with our boys, we used to watch ladies and shit to see what our preferences was growing up. Like, yeah, she cute, yeah, I date her. Chocolate, yeah, I can see myself with a chocolate chick, man. Yeah, nah, I can't fuck with that one right now, man. Like, and women do the same thing, but when you judging, when we was doing that, we was judging people off of physical attributes. That was 100% ego. So when people meet people without even getting to know them wholeheartedly, everything is ego driven. It's shallow. You don't know nothing about me, so you're literally just looking at me you're looking at my shell and determine that I'm not your type. That's ego based. So think about how many people that you incurred and turned down who was actually meant for you spiritually, since we're on a spiritual level and everything meant for you spiritually, but they didn't look like your usual type, which is funny because when the Most High come back, he's not going to look like your usual type, because the Most High is everybody. Everybody is the Most High and everything consciousness, man. This shit's so deep and so crazy. Once you let go of your ego and have that ego death that we talked about, a lot of your friends gonna get on your nerves that ain't meant for you. A lot of your family members gonna get on your nerves that's not meant for you to cut out. You'll start looking at your usual type like, I don't even like that type of person no more. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody that's gonna feed my soul a little bit more. Then you start readjusting your type of person that you're looking for. And now it's more spiritual than physical shit because eventually you learn after you done bumped your head. Some people don't learn, but if you have a spiritual awakening, you will. So that ego is deep, or that ego. One thing that the Matrix love feeding off of is people's ego. What y'all talking about? Dr. Sebi said D is really dis-ease of the mind. Most definitely. That's why my best friend know when to depend on. Let down or let me down. Hey. He said, yeah, I'm addicted to caramel skin, black women. I probably should talk to them chocolate smoke. You might. You might need to. Your soulmate might be Wesley Snipes color out here in these streets, man. I'm just saying. Cause that's your ego talking right there, though. Let's flip the page, though. So from your childhood experiences and our intentions with society, ego shows us examples of good and evil. As such, we feel we have to hide our weaknesses to win. This lack of authenticity ultimately leads to a disconnection between yourself and the reality you are working on manifesting. That's one reason why people wear masks, because they think your weakness means that you're like weak. That don't mean you weak. Your weakness just lets you know what you need to tighten up in. That's it. That's all that shit is. See, flaws and weaknesses are here to be worked on and tweaked. That's the whole point of that being perfect. You're building an empire and you're building yourself up to build the empire. And once you get done being built empire and all, and you can look back and be like, damn, man, I did that shit. That's one of the greatest joys in the world, since we talking about joy, that ultimate consciousness. You feel me? So it's cool. Weakness don't mean you weak, bro, out here in these streets. That just mean them areas that you need tighten up to become perfect. That's it. That's like you getting a brand new ass car, and the only thing that's keeping that thing from riding 100% smooth, you just need some new brakes on that thing. Boy, go get some new brakes on that motherfucker, slap them shits on, throw that tire back on, and hit that highway doing 90, man. You back in that thing floating, you feel me? That's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. But once you start hiding your weaknesses, denying your flaws, walking around acting like your shit don't stink in your ego mode, then you start disconnecting with yourself in reality, because the reality is you're imperfect, you're flawed like the rest of us, and you need shit to be worked on, and nobody's perfect. So fix your shit before you worry about somebody else shit. So you work on you, I work on me, and then together we work on each other in a relationship, and then boom, empire, blossom, bloom. Simple. Humans make shit complicated. We gonna keep it going though. So so now help you focus. Joy and appreciation. Joy is seeing the wonders of the universe. Joy is seeing life and humanity as a gift. Joy is honoring the light in others. Joy is the feeling I have right now as I write these words to share with you, because I have reached that confidence level in my joy. I spoke this into existence. I stated that I want it, and the universe is delivering. I feel in the range reward of around a upper 500s of an alpha omega consciousness. diagram, but I still feel my humanity, and I get frustrated and angry immediately, lowering my vibration, but I no longer stay in that space. And I utilize the tools I have to recognize which part of my emotions is ego. You must know which is your ego and correct it. Because your ego will have you down a one-way path. And have you all fucked up out here in these streets, man. It's a lot of people in jail doing time because of their ego, and nobody taught them about emotions and stuff like that. It's a lot of people doing life off of the ego. For real. I done heard people, man, a lot of folks been jailed like, bruh, I wouldn't even did that shit if I wasn't mad. And they wouldn't. That ego though. Hey man, look, that ego. My coffee drinkers, I gotta say this every time because a lot of people forget. If you drink coffee after you get done drinking coffee, it's good to go ahead and wash it down with some water. Go and get the tar off your teeth, and it's good. So spring water. Now, I wish I didn't do that shit on everything I love, man. I'm trying to tell you. It takes strength to recognize your weaknesses. It most definitely do. Peace, what's happening? Glad you could tap in. So now the Tachyon crystal energy healing is an easy way to help you rise up from alpha to omega. The Tachyon is omega. Omega vibrations will bring you up the scale without you realizing. Omega is unconditional love, continuous flow. Omega is connecting to the energetic continuum and allowing the flow. Regular crystals can help you vibrate a little higher, but Tachyon is faster than light vibrations. Tachyonized crystals are channeling the source energy to you. Tachyon crystals are the future of medicine. Tech brings back alchemy and gets rid of pharmacy. Pharmacy separates you from your natural ability to channel source energy by blocking your energetic vibrations. Omega. You're not alpha, you're not beta, but you omega, sigma. That's a key frequency. So now, how the universal laws of non-resistance helps you transmutate energy? The universal laws of non-resistance states that what you resist shall always persist. It connects to one of the 12 hermetic laws of karma, the law of change. The law of change states that a situation shall repeat itself until we learn the lesson it is here to teach. You find many people stuck in negative experiences as they go about their business because they pay too much attention to the negative. For instance, you will find someone so scared of failing that they actually fail. Can't be scared, man. You gotta let go. For one, you gotta accept the fact that you gonna fail at life, man. That's part of life is failing. And you can't be so scared of failing because you gonna actually fail. You gotta accept that shit. Even man, people need to read shit, bro. Like all the greatest millionaires, inventors, philosophers, alchemists, all the greatest people in the world, they did not become masters of their craft by just waking up, hopping out the womb, dropping some shit in, and boom. They failed. That's the whole point of experiments. You experimenting, you trying some shit. Trying, the root word, the etymology of the word trying means to struggle. So yes, at first people do struggle because without great reward, there has to be struggle and suffering and pain. And all of these failures that people go through, and before they reach that one success or multi-million successes along their road, persistence, you know what I'm saying? And they had to accept it. And then they looked at failure as not a bad thing. They looked at failure as something that they need to tweak. Okay, so the first dude who created the phone, he was probably building it. The screen didn't work. Boom, that was a failure. So now, okay, the screen didn't work. How can I get the screen to work? Okay, I gotta go back in here. I probably gotta change these wires. I gotta screw this right here. I gotta tweak this up real quick. Let's go ahead and see if I go ahead and do that. Boop, 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 boop. This is him trying. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to fix the screen. That means the etymology word of struggle is in trying. Trying means struggle. So he's struggling to fix this screen. He's trying to get this shit. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me try it this time. Click it. Boom, screen jump. Oh man, we in business. Oh yeah. Let me see how this shit go. We in business. You can have 100 failures, but one success will make you forget about those 100 failures, how that shit felt. You will remember those 100 failures, but you will forget what it felt like for the most part. You know what I'm saying? You won't be scared no more. Put it like that. So that's all it is. But a lot of people so scared of failing that they try so hard not to fail that they actually fail. But you can take failure as a lesson on what to tweak next time, because that's all it is. Most failures don't mean that you don't need to be doing that shit. Most failures mean you need to be tweaking that shit because you on to something, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, tweak this real quick. You might be on to something. That's what most failures mean. But most people look at failures as a negative thing because they already in a negative mindset, because they already resisting. They already thinking that this shit gonna fail. They already in a resistance mode right now. They scared to feel that they gonna actually fail in doing something. And in doing so, since they living in a negative vibration of this shit already, that when they fail, they not gonna see the lesson. They not gonna see what they need to twerk. What they need to twerk, what they need to tweak, whatever the case may be, whatever they need to do, they not gonna see it because they already in a low vibration. And so when they fail, they get upset, they get sad, and they quit, and they just go on to the next thing. You feel me? And they repeat the same thing in whatever journeys or whatever endeavors that they try in life. They gonna always repeat that same lesson of resisting, of they trying so, okay, I failed in this, let me try so hard not to fail at this, and then they gonna fail at that. Okay, maybe that wasn't for me, let me try this, let me try so hard not to fail at this, something gotta work. But you gonna fail at that because you trying so hard. You're not just flowing with the shit, it's deep. So gotta practice the law of non-resistance. Instead of trying not to fail, try to get the shit right. Or see positivity, or just keep saying like, bro, I'm gonna get this shit right. Oh yeah, we gonna get it. Just keep talking to yourself positivity. But and that goes with anything and everything. That goes with anything and everything. If you trying so hard to not fail at relationships, boy, you gonna fail at relationships because you trying so hard. If you trying so hard not to be a fucked up individual, you gonna be a fucked up individual. I mean, that's how it worked though. That's how it works. If you trying so hard not to be something, you gonna fuck around and be that shit. And this is why a lot of psychologists say this too about a lot of women. See, we know that there's this mental dynamic that goes on with mother and daughter, that some mothers secretly hate their daughters and some daughters secretly hate their mothers because it's like a dominance thing that goes on between the two or whatever. So the daughter would try so hard not to be like the mother that they end up being like the mother. Universal law of non-resistance states that you resist that what you resist shall always persist. It connects to one of the 12 hermetic laws of karma, the law of change. The law of change states that the situation shall repeat itself until we learn the lesson it is here to teach. Instead of trying so hard not to be or you trying so hard not to be like your dad, or you trying so hard not to be your dad, see where they made their mistakes from and don't make those mistakes. And when I mean don't make the mistakes, I'm not saying try so hard not to make the mistakes because you're gonna do it. What I'm saying is find their mistakes and just don't do it. Just don't do it. Like if they have a drinking problem, you don't drink. Simple. You don't drink. Walk a straight path. You feel me? You know, if it was like a little drug addiction that they might have had in the past or whatever the case may be, stay away from drugs, nigga. Like, you know, stay away from that shit. Know better. Maneuver good. This how you start breaking generational curses and shit like this. Like for real. In the black community, all the black families is growing up in a broken household, and that's because that a lot of us try so hard not to have a broken household for our kids, and you end up having one. Law of non-resistance. Learn from what broken up your household in the beginning, and tweak it. You know what I'm saying? Start transmutating the energy of that into something more creative. You feel me? So it's just a little gem right there. Let's go ahead and flip the page real quick. I'm gonna catch up in the comments. See what y'all talking about in here. I said that failure. Facts. Jordan said his failures drove his mind to 6 rings. I'm trying to tell you. I became a tight troubleshooter from a lot of areas, and yup. It's true, yeah, most definitely. Like a younger brother learning from an older brother. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could help you, big dog. I'm glad we all here learning. Karma is not a bad. She just doing her thing. I ain't. It is what it is. She just facts. We can't force things. We must move with the current flow because that's what will help us steady. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, so now, when we feel good, when we feel good, good things happen. Our vibration rises when we do good things in alignment with our higher selves. Our vibration lowers when we make choices that do not serve our higher self as an alpha omega consciousness that we already did that. Okay. I'm just true. I'm just making sure I ain't forgetting that. So now, in doing so, hold on. Gotta get right real quick. I'm such a bad host. How everybody doing? Everybody good? Y'all hanging in there? Hope I'm hitting some key points. How y'all feeling? Just gotta check in every now and then, you feel me? Thanks everybody for the likes and the gifts. I really do appreciate it. Okay. You know, gotta roll up one more because we about to bring it on around real quick. About to bring it on around. Let's see. Good rolling up. Okay. Appreciate that. Glad I ain't the only one. Everything comes from us. Most definitely. Oh, you must be at work, big dog. Because those colors are literally meant for everybody, man. I'm trying to tell you. It's actually kind of disrespectful just to throw that out, though. Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm good. Let's see. Close that job right there. Let me grab this. I see what y'all talking. Man, you in that lighter. Man, I ain't flick it yet. Hold on. But yeah, man, we about to. Oh, it's March too. We most definitely about to go deep in March. Cause damn, hold on, where everything at? I'm losing everything. Oh, oh. Yeah. Had to find my hemp papers. Yeah, it's March too. So, hey, from the next live all the way to the end of March, we're gonna be talking about some real Europe or Chaldean, Scotland, Ireland. Hey, I've been waiting on this month because I got some St. Patrick shit for them. I got this one lock. That thing always want to come up for my little antenna. I got some St. Patrick stuff for their ass. For real. So we're gonna go ahead and hit them. Like I said, Melanated History Month is all year, and we about to show them how it's all year because you can't just restrict us to 1 month, bro. Like what the fuck, nigga? We got enough information. We can do this shit for years, and that's what we're gonna do. So it is what it is. So get ready. Got some nice little gems, and we all gonna tap in good, clown, joke, whatever the case may be, like we always do. All right, there we go. Go ahead and twist him on up real quick. Shout out to Bob Marley and his people for these raps, these little joint papers, man. I fuck these Bob Marley papers. All right. Oh. He said twat, yup. Sorry, just got home. I'm cooking. It's good, Rita. All right, so steps. Taking steps to cleanse. Hold on. Taking steps to clear and cleanse. We talking about your energy. Before you start trying to get out here and manifesting and attracting the abundance and prosperity and peace that you're looking for, you got to cleanse your energy. And you got to pretty much cleanse your energy like you detox your body and go on a fast, man. Because you gotta fast your aura. You gotta detox your aura, your energy, and everything like that. Because when you leave your house, you are encountering all type of energies, you know, and you be bringing that stuff back. So I advise spiritual baths. Most definitely, they most definitely help. You feel me? So there we go. Here we go. Yeah, that unbleached. So now, it's not necessary to have. Okay, the banner in my way. Hope y'all can see it. Okay, the banner in my way. Hope y'all can see it. Understanding of what you have taken on that is not yours. That's a skill that comes with practice and time, but it is helpful to check in with your body throughout the day to see how you're feeling energetically and to cleanse your energetic fields as needed. Taking a moment to sit quietly and scan your physical body for any sensations of discomfort, fatigue, or malaise will alert you to an energetic precipitation that might be manifesting in the physical body. You might move through to emotions and intellect to see if there are any troubling thoughts, worries. Once you have developed a clear picture of your energetic state, you can begin to cleanse yourself using whatever method works best for you. Do what works best for you. I encourage that. Do what's best for you. I encourage that. Do what's best for you. When you on a spiritual journey and you on your spiritual path, yes, you can soak up a lot of knowledge and information about the stuff, but that all information and knowledge will apply to you because you are a whole different soul being. You have to look. All this information is just a guideline. You know what I'm saying? It's just a guideline. And throughout this guideline, you have to pick and find what works for you. Whatever your weekend, find something that's gonna make it strength. It's gonna make it strong. You gotta find out what's gonna balance you out. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of these guidelines. If you know that you good in the unconditional love part, but you need work in, let's say, your ego or some shit like that, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if hold on, like not just your ego. Let's say if you good unconditionally with love, but you struggle with like greed or like gluttony or some shit like that, then you just work and fix that shit so it can balance you out. That's all it is. So you just you just man, look, you gotta cleanse yourself, man, all the way through and all the way out. Work with the public universally from all over, so I have to have spiritual cleansing. Man, I'm trying to tell you, brother, not only are you brilliant, you are amazing, funny, with an affectionated laugh. Thank you. I appreciate that, Georgia Peach girl. I do them from time to time, spiritual baths. It is very helpful. I'm trying to tell you. And it helps with a lot of stuff, man. It helps you get, like they say, a clear picture. Cleanse yourself using whatever method works for you. You can't. What people eat. The best way, what I'm trying to say is, what people eat don't make you shit. for the best country, the best country way that I can put it to you. What people eat don't make you shit, man. So if people want to like, if people eating 100% vegan, bro, that don't mean, or ladies, that don't mean you gotta eat 100% vegan, but that shit don't mean that you eat 100% bad either. That means, look, okay, it's a known fact that this red meat that's out is bad for me. I can cut that out. It's okay. Look, it is okay to eat lean meat. It is okay to eat stuff like certain fish, certain fish. It's okay to eat. It's okay to eat goat. It's okay to eat lamb. It's okay to eat turkey. It's okay to eat these things because it's lean meat and it don't have fat or that much fat on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of the cleanest meat that you gonna eat. So it's, as we call halal. It's halal meat. It's sacred meat. Goat is known as sacred meat. So you can eat that, man. Don't like, some people just be jumping on trends and phases and they just be taking that shit to the wild, man. You ain't gotta be 100% vegan, dog. Like I say, too much of anything is bad for you. You gotta have balance. And a lot of people just don't get that shit. Like half of these vegetables is GMO and spliced too. It ain't no different than the red meat out here. Some of these vegetables ain't got no nutrition, no nutritional value in it. It's plastic. So like you say, but at the same time, don't live in fear. I mean, of course, pray and meditate and bring positive vibes to whatever you put inside your body so it can have positive vibes too. But at the same time, man, when you on your spiritual journey, you have to find what works for you. If taking a spiritual bath works for you, do that. If meditating works for you, good. If lighting some sage and Palo Santo and some fulfillment candles and energy cleansing candles and all that type of stuff work for you, do that. I mean, if putting red brick dust outside your doormat in front of your door and you dropping little blunt ashes in your shoe, and when you go out in public and you hitting some Florida water around, man, do what works for you. Some crystals, whatever helps your vibration, your energy. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit. As long as it's rising your vibrations, do it. So, and let other people do what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So, you'll see the real from the fake, the authentic from the trendsetters and all that type of stuff. Just focus on you. I mean, I don't understand when this shit became a competition in the first place. Like, that's one thing about these trends and new age spiritualists and all this type. Like, they be making this shit into a competition. Oh, I'm 100% vegan. I eat more vegetables than you. Okay, my nigga, congratulations, bro. Shit, I'm proud of you, bro. Shit, half of y'all eating vegetables still ain't gonna make it to 5D. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more to this spiritual shit than just making sure you putting the right food in your body. Like, nigga, I can eat goat and still meditate and shit and transcend, and I can still eat turkey and transmutate my energy and still thrive and do what I need to do, man. Eating is just like 1 or 10% of the objective of the shit here on earth. So, like, man, some people be taking this shit to the extreme, bro. Some of these niggas be like the vegan police. Some of these niggas be the vegan police. So as soon as they hear you ain't vegan, they be ready to lock your ass up. Oh, you ain't vegan? Put your hands up. Let me search you. What kind of red meat you got? Like, goddamn, bro. But anyways, man, and do what works for you when you doing a spiritual cleanse. Do what works for you best when you creating your diet, your eating habits to the way your body operates and your body digests food, because you know your body the best way you do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So do what best for you, man. And never judge nobody else for how they choose to live their life. Serenity. Control what you can. Serenity. Control what you can control. Let go of what you can't control and have the wisdom to know the difference. You can only control you, your actions, and your consciousness and your energy magnetic field. So handle that. Let what other people do bounce. And whoever's meant to be inside your energy magnetic field, they will be attracted to your energy magnetic field as long as you vibing high and attracting everything that is meant for you. And keep moving like that, man. And those who like it and understand it, like it and understand it. Those who don't, hey, hit the road, Jack. But so Huh. So yeah, I think I make sure I cleared it out. Yeah, no worries, clear picture. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let's flip the page real quick. So energy cleansing 101. Let me catch up in these things. What y'all talking about? I see laughing faces. What y'all talking about in here? I see laughing faces. What y'all talking about in here, right? So it's called balance. Most definitely moderation. Yup. Every day I come out at sunrise ground and meditate. That's how I set the tone of the day. That's dope. Those water bugs dipping in butter. Hey, Power Gen. Hey, they good. They good though. Hey, shit. Look. Sure they are vegan in the gut. In the mind they vegetated. Compete with yourself in moderation. I'm trying to tell you, all face. Out here eating air. Oh, Yahshua wasn't a vegan. My man ate fish and loved it. And he ate bread. What you talking about? Fish and bread, and he drunk wine, bro. What you mean? Dude was he was us. He was us. We was him, man. Like my dude was cool, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like when people be trying to paint all these perfect pictures of man, Yahshua ate fish, had bread, and niggas sipped wine. And we do that shit today. You know what I'm saying? Like moderation and balance. You know, the Most High said, "Don't be drunk, because the enemy walks amongst you." So that don't mean don't have fun. That just mean don't get drunk, bro. Don't black out so you don't remember shit. You know, a little wine here and there. You know, some sophisticated. You know, okay, cool. You know, yeah. You know, but don't be out here all man. Look, people be crazy out here. Mm. They do be good though, man. Look, I'm trying to tell you, hey man, I'm Haitian. I'm gonna forever eat my look. I'm Haitian, bro. I'm gonna forever eat my shrimp. I'm gonna forever eat my crawfish. You feel me? I'm gonna eat my crab and I'm gonna eat my lobster. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. And I love my salmon. So with that being said, look, man, y'all vegan police, leave me alone, man. Look, my ancestors ate it because it was part of the island, and I'm gonna eat it because it's part of the island. That's what we eat. Certain vegetables don't grow in Haiti, like America and South America. And like certain shit don't grow there. What the fuck we supposed to eat? How the fuck? Look, bro. Look, I wish people know how we gonna eat certain vegetables if they don't grow in the island. You have to eat from the when you eat from the land, you eat from the land from your body. My ancestors is literally from the land of Haiti. We have to eat from what was around us. What was around us? Seafood, fruits mainly, and vegetables. This is why I love more fruits than vegetables, because there's more fruits on the island than vegetables. You know, so give me a mango. Mango is good for diabetes. It's good. It's antioxidants. It's cancer killing radicals, man. A lot of fruits got more nutrients and benefits than some of these vegetables out here, just to be all the way 100. So I'd rather be a fruitarian than a vegan, man. Cause look, you combine the mango with some strawberries, mixing a little blackberries and blueberries and some dragon fruit. You just took care of your diabetes. You done boosted your immune system. You done handled them antioxidants. You done got rid of those free radicals. You done strengthened your eyesight. You done helped your melanin out. All like this. You done got rid of those free radicals. You done strengthened your eyesight. You done helped your melanin out. All like that, just off a bowl of fruit. I'm just being for real, man. Let's eat with it. Said that the pork skins. I'm quitting. Nah, ain't nobody eating no pork. Nah, we ain't doing that. Mm-mm. We ain't doing no hog. We ain't like that now. We ain't doing that. You know. I'm talking about that real wine. When you get the grapes fermented and you squish them with your feet and shit. Man, we ain't doing the Anglo-Saxon wine with the pig. His ass was drinking wine for so long, right? Hey, I think so. Well, he just had that fire. He wasn't going to a party with them without his wife, so he made his own. I'm trying to tell you. I need to start my live. I'm always on yours. Hey man, hop on live. I love to tune in to other people's stuff to see what they talking about. No pork, no red meat. Most definitely no pig. I can guarantee that. We don't do that. So energy cleansing 101. We begin to see that energy in the body is the same as the energy in the wall. So we begin to see that energy in the body is the same as the energy in the wall. Told you. It just takes a different form. The energy in the wall by the electrode pushes electrons in a current and is the basis of all electrical conductivity. Electrons are inside each one of the elements of the periodic table, all of which show up in our food, water, and air. The electricity that we use to power our devices is the smallest, most basic example of energy transfer. The human body is much more complicated than electrical wiring in a building, but it is essentially the same concept. We eat, drink, sleep, and eliminate. Through those processes, we break down energy in our digestive system and turn it into different types of energy. Even your body transmutate energy. That's what your digestive system is. It's a transmutation of energy. It gets rid of the shell of whatever food you ate. It gets rid of that shell, and it gets down to the soul of the energy of the thing, and it soaks it on up to your body, and you become what you eat through transmutation of energy. Ooh, your body is a sponge for real. This is another reason why I think we be living underwater and we don't know we living underwater to an extent because we are sponges. So okay, there it is. After cleansing your energy in your space, you should feel a sense of lightness and release. You might feel like the space is a bit brighter or like moving in the space is more effortless. If you still haven't gotten the results you are after, you can do a full body cleansing by first bathing in salt bath, followed by a full body sagging abhaya or abhyanga. I ain't trying to butcher that no more. Y'all see it. With the appropriate oil for your constitution and earthing. Energetic cleansing helps you to be embodied without the weight of others' projected energy. Just one more tool to help you maintain balance and equilibrium in your day-to-day life. Getting a little tongue tied over here, boy. I don't know what's going on. Yep, just got out of my salt bath. Shout out to Divinely Guided for my salt bath. She went ahead and hook your boy up with the energy cleansing salt bath, man. I've been taking that up for like what? I done did 3 days now. I've been hopping out that thing feeling like I could run the block. I jog around the block, boy. Ooh, I be charged. Like, I went to work today. I wasn't even tripping. Like, I was getting shit done. Like, like I don't know what was going on, but it's real though. It's real. Like you can feel it You can feel whatever energy that was projected on you throughout the day, or however long, just shed off you the more and more you take it. Man, it's dope. It's deep. I advise everybody to do the full body cleanse. I mean, other cleanses is cool, but shit, man, might as well just do the full body, get it over with, right? You know, baptism. So, 333, we all up in this thing. You know what it is. We are in sync. Not like the boy band, but we really in sync though. You know what I'm saying? So, sage your space. Fire has been used for centuries to cleanse the air and remove negative spirits. Sage is one way that you can incorporate the element of fire into a cleansing ritual that will leave the air purified and fresh. White sage is the most effective at eliminating all energies in a space. It creates an open, welcoming environment. You simply light the end of the sage bundle, allow it to burn for a moment, and then blow it out. Fanning the smoke around the room to remove any polarizing energy. Lift your windows up. You might want to hold an all beyond shell under your sage just in case amber falls. Be very careful with sage. Always extinguish it with water and never leave it unattended while still smoking. Air and ether comes together when we use sound to cleanse the room. Sound clearing rises the vibration of energy in the room to a particular note that is in tune and elevated frequency sound. When you listen to like the meditation tunes and frequencies, I know I ain't the only one to be on YouTube cutting on the meditation vibes and stuff and just letting it, ring out through the house or whatever, or when I be sleep, I be having that 10-hour thing on and that shit be going when I be sleep. I just be, I be energized when I wake up. Some of them be helping me dream and all that type of stuff. So, that's called sound cleansing, and then you got the smudging, that's air cleansing, your salt bath, that's water cleansing. So, you got the elements right there. You got the air cleansing, the water cleansing, and you got the sound frequency cleansing right there. I do pink Himalayan salt and eucalyptus in my salt cleansing. Yup. That's exactly what I got over here too. Yes, we did it most definitely. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the gifts and the likes. We up here. Still on the rise, y'all. I go to sleep with meditation music. Yup, see? Just clarifying it. So, enter, think, and to create in the world. Let's call your experience of life being and assume that it's a vehicle for self-development and by productive and psych energy. Physical energy produces the ability to think, which activates the emotional, intellectual, and latent recessed memories. And these physical thought patterns are the psych energy that drives us unconsciously in our habitual or habitual patterns. The psych energy is very powerful and can influence our decision, can be projected to others, and can cause disease in the body. If you think it, you can manifest it. What just happened with the scenario before the the little war that's going on? What did we just leave? The COVID, right? So the psychic energy of them making people fearful and making them, they threw out the symptoms and people start putting it in their psych energy and they start having these symptoms, start lowering their immune system, and then they start creating the very thing that they was not trying to get. Law of non-resistance. They tried so hard not to get it that they got it, and they thought so hard about it that it lowered their vibration and psych energy and it started manifesting in their body. Ooh, these folks is cold with the spiritual war. Tighten up on their energy, you heard me? Because it's all linked and all connected. It's deeper than just your identity. That's only the first step. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's no different than if a woman was to think and believe with her whole heart, she will display the symptoms of pregnancy. She will have morning sickness and her stomach will even start to get a little bigger just because it's the mind is one of the strongest things, because that's where everything lies at. Your mind, your heart, and your stomach, and your gut, just the chakras and your spinal cord and shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit right here, all this right here, the Kundalini and 360 degrees, 720 knowledge, and all that. Yes. So it's deep. You got to be careful of what you speak. You got to be careful of what you think, how you think, the way you think. You got to be careful of all this stuff because it play your part, right? You just got to vibrate high and just call it a day. You ain't got time to be second guessing yourself. You ain't got time to be doubting yourself. Just think high, period. Fuck it. Even if you struggle with thinking positive, just keep struggling with it till that shit just become normal. Eventually you'll get there, you know? But you have to look, you gotta keep training yourself to unlearn old habits, and then you gotta retrain yourself to create habitual, ritualistic things to become new habits. And that's what it is. So the psych energy is a very powerful and can influence our decisions, can be projected to others, and can cause disease in the body. They say energy flows where attention goes, and they're right. If we're thinking about negativity and things we perceive as bad, those thoughts will influence us. If we think about things that we perceive good, then those thoughts will also, feel me? So why it matters? It matters a lot, man, because we emit energy like pheromones. Well, I tell y'all about those pheromones. Told you it's all connected. So at times and unaware of the energy we are sending out into the universe. At times we are unaware of the energy that we are sending out to the universe. Like increases like increases like, and when we are perpetuating a pattern of thinking, we tend to invite the same types of patterns into our lives. Ladies, fellas, what did I tell y'all about relationships? Sometimes the person that's meant for you is vibrating on a whole different frequency than what you think you want. See, your ego created the type of person that you want into your life, but your spirit wants something else. You gotta listen to that spirit. You gotta drop that old type, because you tend to invite the same types of patterns into your lives. The reason why you keep running into different guys or different ladies with the same spirit as the fucked up person that did you wrong is because it's the type. So now when you take that mindset and you go out here into the real world and you start hollering at people and stuff, and they be like, well, you ain't my type, bro. Feel good that you ain't that person type, because that person type ain't even they damn type. This is why they still pick that type and still get hurt and still get fucked up, because of that type. Be good, be glad you not that person type when they tell you that. Rejection is God's protection. So now, with that being said, and that goes with anything from friends, family, and everything like that. So now, when we are perpetuating perpetuating a pattern of thinking, we tend to invite the same types of patterns into our lives. It's a manifestation of the energy we are emitting. For most of us, this is relatively being. Our lives are a roller coaster of ups and downs that balance out eventually. But for some, polarities and extremes can be deliberating. I'm chopping up these words. Y'all forgive me tonight. Our psych energy field makes up our aura. Some people can see auras and some can feel them, but everyone, regardless of awareness, perceives them through prospective receptors in the shoulders and hips. We might not be aware that we are picking up on it, but but when you're around someone with a particular bright aura, we tend to be, flip the page real quick. We tend to be more guarded when we are around someone who has a guarded or retracted aura. And then we tend to be more awkward. So pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if not in all cases, but just to explain it real quick, if you get around people and you tend to feel more awkward, like you tend to feel awkward, that's because whoever you're around has a guarded energy about them, or they feel retractive, they feel defensive. You know what I'm saying? You get that kind of energy, so it makes it a little bit awkward. But but when you a bit awkward, but but when you, on the other hand, are vibing high, other people be guarded. Or when you feel guarded, that means people are vibrating high. So you be like, damn, hold on. Because it's like energy challenging energy. So, you know, you already vibing high. So when somebody comes in with a higher vibration, that be hit your energy, you be like, hold on, bro. The fuck is that right there? I'm feeling. Or, you know, or somebody come with a low vibration and it comes to you, you start feeling awkward. You be like, nah, what the fuck wrong with that? I don't like that feeling, bro. You know, you feel this? I don't like that. You know, you start feeling that little awkward. So those little tests can already like help you pinpoint the vicinity of people. You know, hope I explained that good enough for y'all. So now, depending on your personality, you may be vulnerable to other people's energy. And you might even take some of it with you. Empaths, people who internalize and take other people's problems as their own, often take on the energy they have been exposed to. This can be dangerous if the person is unaware and not taking steps to cleanse their energy. That's why it's a good idea to be aware and to check in with yourself frequently throughout the day. Check in with yourself, man. Thought it's very powerful. Even if you hear, yeah, most definitely. So your spirit different body, yeah. Shine bright like a diamond, most definitely. I was talking about the same thing yesterday. Yeah, that's why it's a must for empaths. I'm telling you. The Father done it for you. You have a gold crown around your heart. Protect it. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Man, most definitely, man. It's a so now that was the law of exchange, the law of equivalent exchange, and the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. I hope I answered those questions that those may have had on their minds for a long time, or gave you an idea of how to take the negative and turn it to a positive. You gotta, and cleanse your energy and stuff. So now, this part of life, I'm just throwing in here real quick. It ain't gonna be too long, but we're gonna call it an open discussion. Open discussion is pretty much just ideas or topics or subjects that people would love for me to touch on. Because I love to hear the ideas or the questions of other people. So with that being said, feel free. We can touch on any topic in the future. Anything, any questions you may have. Feel free. It's an open discussion. So it's all good. Smoke break, most definitely. Smoke break. Digest all the information that we just took in. Said, what's up with the war? I believe it's, man, how can I answer that? Because I love my platform. I believe it's a false flag for real. Everything's real. The world is a stage. So saying that without getting too deep on it, you already know. So the world is a stage. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah. So everyone is saying Putin is the good guy. I mean, look. I mean, you gotta think. Well, bruh, you gotta think. History always repeats itself, right? Any side that, any side that our colonists is on, best believe, best believe, yeah, man, yeah. Cause you gotta think, Russia though. Russia got a lot of history, and we touched on a lot of stuff. It's a lot of artifacts. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of gems over there now. It Tyrantarian Empire and all that, man. It's deep over there now. So, man, look, I ain't really trying to speak too much on that. I'm gonna let somebody else speak. If they shit get pulled, I know the level of it is, and I ain't gonna be the first one to take that sacrifice. But look, history always repeats itself. All I'm saying is that most terrorists never be the terrorists that they tell you. I believe the war is more under order out of chaos. Yeah, that's most definitely what it is. That's one of it. It is most definitely one of the order out of chaoses. Yeah. If everybody start paying attention, when y'all start going into these stores and gas stations and stuff like this, and start looking, they putting Bitcoin ATMs in there, and slowly they starting to take out the old bank ATMs and they starting to replace them with Bitcoin ATMs. Like for real, start peeping that. That started happening right when start happening, and countries is investing in their military through Bitcoin. They ain't doing money and gold investments. They investing through Bitcoin and shit like that. So like that's a red or yellow flag right there. So the order out of chaos, man, they starting to move to like cryptocurrency. They already about to be done with gas cars. Every car about to be electric. Like they done making the Chevrolet. There's no more Impalas being made. The next Impala is gonna be straight electric. All these cars gonna be electric. Everything going cryptocurrency. the old way of living is done for. They about to try and usher in a new way of living. And there's gonna be a little twist to it. And yeah, order out of chaos. It's just another step. It's just another playing card. You know, smoke and mirrors, most definitely. They showing you the war, but something else is happening. Total false flag. We knew it was coming. Yeah, most definitely. You had to think about it. They're right next door. It was once all connected. To my fellow astrologers, cycle of Uranus, 84 years. I saw that this morning. Crypto is the new money in the new world. Yup. History on repeat. Yup. Regular gas in California, $5.15 for a hot dog order. God dang. Uranus equals chaos. Yup. You right, Tigers. Most definitely. And you know that a lot of this stuff are rituals too. So a lot of this stuff go by the moon and planets and stuff. So hey, it's most definitely about to get deep. For real, for real. Nah. Matter of fact, real quick. Hold on. Can I give y'all a little sneak peek of March's information of Ireland real quick? A lot of my people who been vibing with my lives. We already touched on this one time, but I got a lot of like new people who starting to follow me and stuff like that and tuning in. So I just want to reiterate something one time. So let me find it. Well, I like Salah, but we ain't gonna talk about Salah real. We ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna save Salah real quick. I'm gonna save Salah. But you know, it's still with Salah, and it just you said astrology and start talking about the planets and stuff. It just triggered me to talk about Chaldeans real quick. And just off this one book, it's in the year of Chaldeans. We about to get real deep because I found some more Chaldean books. But we really tuned in with astrology for a reason because just like our ancestors, the Chaldeans and tribe of Shem, the Chaldeans mysteries and teachings of the Druids. The three rays of light symbolizing the name of the Most High God formeth thus, in the cycle of the ark and the temple, the sun, the moon, and the stars, the signs of the zodiac, reference to the mariners of the ark and their first Grand Master, who was followed by the sons of May, Templars, Knight of St. John. And the Grand Cross refers directly to the religion of Noah and his sons. And the quote unquote Masons of today is instructed in the forms and rites and mysteries of the diviners and druids. The diviners and druids of the past have bequeathed to the present much that is to learn by the educated. Eber, which is Hebrew, one of the grand seats of Chaldean. You know what I'm saying? So, in the Chaldean power, and the Hebrews have held positions from the most ancient times as is. That the Chaldean Hebrews were joined by numbers of the children of Israel, and the identity of the old house was lost in a way that there was no doubt, neither should we have any hesitation to say. So, hey, so, Just want to drop that in there one time, and we about to get real deep into it because it be a lot of people that be trying to throw flack or shake on like spiritual people. See, people be confused when they be like, bro, are you an Israelite or whatever? I be like, bro, I'm spiritual, but I know about the Israelite stuff, and I know that my bloodline do tie into the Moors and all that type of stuff. So yeah. But a lot of folks don't know that a lot of the druids and priests and high priests and everything that was dealing with spirituality and alchemy and zodiacs and stars and crystals and herbs and everything like that came from us, like we said. So the reason why you think that stuff is evil is because you still colonized in your brain, because the only person that told you that stuff was evil was the white man. That's it. The Anglo-Saxons told you that. That's it. The Anglo-Saxons told you that shit was evil, and you believe it because nowhere it says that this stuff is evil. I just read a whole history book of Chaldeans and Ebers and Hebrew, and they said that they are the druids and everything. So I'm just saying, the alchemists, come on, we did everything with the righteous intent. So when they say Yahshua turned water into wine, that was alchemy. He did alchemy. When you can feed a lot of people with 2 loaves of bread, that's alchemy. It's alchemy. So it's deep. It's part of us. It's part of your genes. You got to get tapped back in to the universe. Spirituality. It's a spiritual warfare. It's not evil. Really tap in. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be on no trend